true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio, true PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth began, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth began radio.
3.9.
Truth began radio.
3.9. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Natu de las.
Anyway, for do what you say from Alivia
Truth Media.
to
Truth Media.
India.
Truth. Yes, you. Truth Media. Join and Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media. Say unala we dey watch Truth Media.
May watch.
Unala we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen June.
Una listen to.
Now listen
Unala we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to so media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, Truth.
Unala we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to media.
Truth Media.
Media. Very no bad. Nasa anybody Salomon. Yeah, they live or they poo them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They no bad. Any business for do some. Are they pass course for make any students them. Anyway, for make all the confusion on the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Ayo ya bole se wo ma to yan ye pe gbo gbo era we to yan ye pe gbo era nga tu aya gbo ngbe ta wa to mi na ni FM we to yan ye pe gbo era me nga tu aya gbo ngbe sa wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gbo era we anya buda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome na bone jagbe nya le de jati anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gbo era we mi atanu isi vena na bo rabo mi do eva anya buda je pe gbo rabo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gbo era Amiaga tole apapa go tita lo ba pepe ne beda pene gbe nugo ma o aya gbo gbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi bede mo keni mo ya de keni mo ni da ke za ke me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga e Ayo ya bole se wo ma to yan ye pe gbo era we to yan ye pe gbo era nga tu aya gbo ngbe ta wa to mi na ni FM we to yan ye pe gbo era me nga tu aya gbo ngbe sa wa to mi na ni FM Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gbo era we anya buda tonya ye mi aloma tonya ye le mi amome na bone jagbe nya le de jati anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gbo era we mi atanu isi vena na bo rabo mi do eva anya buda je pe gbo rabo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gbo era Amiaga tole apapa go tita lo ba pepe ne beda pene gbe nugo ma o aya gbo gbe cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi bede mo keni mo ya de keni mo ni da ke za ke me e bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga e
It's a beautiful country. It's beautiful people.
Beautiful country and beautiful people. Good morning and welcome. It's a day after Arsenal become champions of the English Premier League. Yeah. It's been a very loud evening and night up to this morning. Man, and still they celebrate. But good morning and welcome. Congratulations to all Arsenal fans. And I saw that coming. I've been on the talk and I me genuinely actually been want Arsenal win. And I want Arsenal win Champions League as well. Not just the Premier League, but I want Arsenal win the Champions League. Because I think it will be unfair on this squad where they get to presently if they not win the major titles in there. Because the guys are good. They have a very good squad, a very young and good squad. Not compared to when Thierry Henry, the Vieiras and others were there, but they have a very good squad. And I like Bukayo Saka, and a player where I like in disposition, in qualities and all. So congratulations to all Arsenal fans. I see people when they ask for me congratulating message yesterday. Yeah. I know they say Man City. I think I watched first half of the match. Yeah, after prayer, I watched part of the match and part of second half. But I know they say end. But I hear the shout, the Allah, has been the follow social media and I see, the messages and congratulations to all of Una and see football. It brings the world together. The world they celebrate all over. That's the beauty of football. And I understand what it means, where you team they play and where you team they win. Because Manchester United don't they win titles, for a team after over 20 years, we not win anything and can't win a major title like this. It means a lot. You guys should celebrate. We give you one whole week. Or 30 months done for celebrate 30 Champions League final and whatever the outcome is, una still for celebrate. I just hope and believe Arsenal go win the Champions League and go become, if not treble, at least una get double, Congratulations. Good morning and welcome. It is a blessed Wednesday morning, today na the 20th day in the month of May 2026. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with a broadcast live from his studios na Ilcott na Freetown. We're on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok. And we're on with partner radio stations them na Tongo, na Kailao, na Pujeng, na Falaba and Koina Dugo as well. One for welcome all we listeners them right across the country. And also we viewers them from across the world. Welcome. Good morning. How you sleep? You still celebrate Arsenal? Continue to celebrate. Don't give them chance. Don't give them chance. At least, they deserve it. They deserve it. They've been very courageous. I see man they've been to abandon Arsenal. I see them they come out yesterday and they celebrate. Man they've been done. They don't care about Arsenal safe. What be man? I don't put in order for in Jersey from the UK saying I want way on the finals of the Champions League. So more people are coming back because of the title. Man there will be no left. But I know man there will me stay, like my man Numski. A lot of them, the Attorney General, Minister of Justice Alpha Sisse, the Minister of Information, a lot of them, Lawyer Abdal Timbo, Honorable Timbo, now we can get the banter on social media. A lot of them, they've been with Arsenal, they've been very courageous. The Minister of Social Welfare as well, Dr. Aissata Mahoy, they've all been loyal fans. And to my friend and big brother, Usman Bank Sanko, congratulations, bro. Congratulations to all of Una. And Una continue to celebrate. It's worth it. It's worth it. You guys have waited for far too long. And Una deserve a month-long celebration. I think we get Arsenal fans. And yes, I can imagine. They will be celebrating today. Then go celebrate. And not mind if you see your colleague the way they work with them, the Arsenal jersey like today, they will definitely be celebrating until the end of the month. But good morning to everyone we don't join with this morning, and thanks for joining us. Every other weekday morning for continue for do the people's work. We want to tell God thank you for we life. Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing for sleep and wake and always able come here and can do the people's work. We want to tell Allah thank you for our lives them too. That's every other weekday morning when I get the energy and the strength for following whatever way, whether you listen to we in your home, you in your car, you in your office already, you ride your car, you keke, you taxi, you poda. In whatever way, we appreciate that and we know to take that for granted. We want to thank you for joining us every other weekly morning. We always just start the devotion with prayers. We pray for ourselves, we pray for our country, we pray for we leaders them, for wisdom and understanding, and God in continued guidance. And we pray, say, God make we better people for understand, say, we all get a role for play, for make this country a better place. Let us pray. Join us in prayers this morning as we start the devotion.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We start with prayer with the leaders them in this country. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let Allah protect and guide them. Let Allah let them continue for do the good work with and they can do, inshallah. All the leaders them go to the educational sectors. All the big man in this country, everybody we try and this country with the ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let Allah protect and guide them. So inshallah, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من جحد البلاء والدرك الشكاء وسوء القضاء والشماتة الأعداء اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونحفد نرجو رحمتك ونخشى عذابك إن عذابك الجد بالكافرين ملحقا سلام سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والصلاة والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
And so that they gonna heaven, we want to tell you thank you for this great day and opportunity. Again, we want to appreciate you for your goodness and faithfulness towards with nation Sierra Leone. Father, we pray for the leadership in this nation. We ask that you continue to give the wisdom, the knowledge, understanding, oh God, to the leaders them so that they would do the right thing for we as Sierra Leoneans inside Jesus' name. Father, we commit the economy of Sierra Leone to your hands. We ask for your divine intervention. We ask as from this moment henceforth, Papa, let the economy of Sierra Leone begin for experience growth in the name of Jesus. Everlasting Father, commit Sierra Leone, commit the people of Sierra Leone into your hands. We ask for peace. We pray for unity and oneness, O God, among we as Sierra Leoneans inside Jesus' name. We pray that your fear and your love continue to reign in our heart. Thank you, Father. We bless you. Commit this program into your hands. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a wonderful day.
We done the cry for so long. Papa do ya we done the pray so today the time don't come for make you answer. We tire for past being do. Papa do ya sorry for we because we sense the nonsense if if we not get you presence. And if we been get drunk, we for don't fet for ourselves. But we not able, now you capable for pull we bandis kulala. The power you begin and the press. Do ya we need the pen for done? We done the cry. Do ya just make the rain for them? Can't help we love, so we go rise. Let we not suffer for the one them, where they dwell the country with their hand. We leaders them, please guide them, make them do good things from make we stand. For the land where we love, we sweet alone. Oh, we dey pray for Salome, oh Salome. We dey pray for Salome, oh Salome, we Salome. Where we want talk, then they watch we by the eye. Papa do ya pull we panchebo. Now for put much for we case. Lemon, let's come on now we head. Do one for we picking them all. Cause if we been get trained, we for don't vet for ourselves. But we know now you capable for pull we pandis kulala. The power you begin and the praise. Do ya we need the pain for done. We've done the cry. Do ya just make the rain for done? Can't help we land, so we go out. May we not suffer for the one them, where they dwell this country with them hand. We lead us them, please guide them.
Please make we not suffer for the one them where they dwell this country with the hand. We leaders them that the God please guide them. But we serve as a people. Guide we that the God to the right paths. Make we better people. Make we able to make better choices, better decision for the betterment of this nation, for the development of this country. We all one part. We all one people. You know, we're all one. It's just man, it's just that, yeah, we belong to tribes, we belong to regions, we belong to political parties. That will happen. That is why we exist. That not so we making, it's our destiny, especially we region, we tribe. That is how we now the places that we them born we. Not so we they choose that. Not so it happen. Now the tribes that we them born we into. But that should not make us enemies. That in no way for make we enemies. That in no way for make we hate we self. Because there is one thing where we all share together. No matter which tribe you come up from, no matter which region you dey, we are all Salon people. You get northerners them where don't go school na the southeast, they don't reside here, they don't born picking them day. They don't build families then day. You get northerners them, you get southeasterners that were married to northwesterners them. They've built families, they're connected, they are related. You get people like go tell you say my mama na the north come my papa na the southeast, na they come the south. On a western area. We are all connected and related in one way or the other. We all want people. Our kids go to school, they need to ask themselves which tribe you belong to, which region you come on. No. Picking them no sabi than themselves. They grow up together as friends, as families sometimes. Happily. And at that we've imbibing we say. No matter with differences. We are one people. We all get one greater aim and one bigger goal for make this country a better place. No matter who is in power. All waiting we all want. Now for live a better life, a dignified life, and make this place a better place. I'm sure that's the goal. That's the goal. You get people and we get their selfish interest. Definitely they are. They want to become rich. They see upon them. You see it in people. They become rich overnight. Living the life. Sometimes we finance their lifestyle. Sometimes they involve in all kind of bad things, drugs, then they thief government money. If they're not contractor, then they private sector, we then give them contracts, then go cut here, put here, just for live some kind of life. You know? But there's one thing we all for realize and remember that. No matter what you do today, no matter which kind of riches you get, no matter which kind of name, titles you get, you'll not be here forever. So why you want everything for yourself and watching people live in poverty? There's so much for all of us to share. There's so much that everybody able to get their own little. Everybody, systems able work, everybody gets opportunities. No matter which tribe you belong to. Because power is not forever. No matter how long you in a power, there will come a time where sometimes not to you brag in a power, or not to you brag a position, not to you connection in a power. Man, and they them party in a power, but then it seems like then they opposition. Oh, then they struggle for get job. They struggle for get things them way they want. If then they not business, for get contract, they struggle. And it should not be that way. It should not. We all forget opportunities. It might not be equal naturally, but the opportunities then for day we all are sure of say, even if not only party in a power, opportunity then at this country where if their business procurement are bid for them, if a qualifier they get them, if their jobs are apply for them, if a qualifier they get them, I no need for get all the connections at the wall, or you no need for me saying I'm a party in a power or not to me party in a power. Just yesterday, Facebook, they remind me, you know, I can say Facebook can remind me about things where I can post, you know, and I don't talk about how, you know, life not destiny. Some of us, our lives have been shaped this way. Like when they say, now you now God not mark you for be footballer. Now ball you go play. You know, now they go better. Now they go better, now they no go better. We all lives are shaped. Maybe I can watch back to things I have done. I can look back and tell God thank you. Say, yeah, I think this is what God, this is my destiny. Now this God say I for do, and I pray God continue for give me the strength and do. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect. I will never be a perfect person. But alhamdulillah, I tell God thank you and we'll try. You know, we all for do this together. It should, we all. For me, the bigger goal is we can disagree as much. We for disagree safe. Democracy provide for we disagree. And we for disagree respectfully and we get a common ground. Because even in with disagreement, we all want things for get better. Not up and bad. It don't mean so if you disagree with things and way they happen, or you hold people them accountable, or you criticize genuinely and constructively, means say you hate the system or you hate government. So no, it doesn't mean. But there are people who do. There are people who get propaganda. There are people who are politicians. Then they do them for certain reasons. But naturally, we all are Leoneans, even internally, within with political parties, within with system. And they see people them way they support this government or other things them. They're criticizing electricity. Then they complain about electricity. Then they criticize people the way they manage the electricity, either the minister or EDSA. They do. Because that is something that affects all of us. We all share that in common. It's tonight now. Me, they sleep in the dark. Tonight. This money is something happening to me, man. It's so funny. So I scared wake there is light. So I grab at the rush. I say, yeah, let me prepare. Let me go iron one time. So as I turn the bulb on, I take the water heater for go put water for boil. 90 lights. I go nothing. I said, damn it, man. I can go pour water at the gas again, But that's it, man. It's the situation. But I'll take a pledge and anthem this morning. This morning, I never recognize all we Arsenal people. I never can do the whole call, but I had to give special shout out this morning. We Arsenal people, they celebrate with them this morning, But I'll take the anthem and pledge. Will they come back shortly? Can do a bit of the whole call. Then we take some stories, and also today we're going to talk to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Timothy Kaba, on the third-party nationals. Them way for begin country. They understand so they for begin come by 10 o'clock. Then for 24 25 of them. Then the flight for land by 10 o'clock this morning. Now Lunge, but we can't talk about that this morning. And we also going to talk to PPIC and the APC. On the PPIC, the ruling on the petition, them way some members of the APC been due for the lower level elections. Continue for still 3. When they come back shortly, let's take the anthem and pledge.
Highly exalt thee when on next week. Great is the Lord we have found. Singing like rain on native land, we raise apart and our voices aloud, that winds underground leave the echo our cry. Blessing and peace be
Respect to all massive and cool. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back. The way me sing things up and me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now. This is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull. Me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make me settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now. This is them batter. Salon they go behind. Who that now we go believe? Oh, this na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. They all a thief. Who that now we go believe? This na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. This na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon Salon de poil, dangerous de story. Things are go bad, who not the story. Fake promises and philosophies, yeah. Say we don't tire with Baku stories. Bring us the rice, was the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad, things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. They are latif, who that now we go believe. It's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, sana, self say na sorry. It's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon de poil, dangerous de story.
Yes, sire. See, I'm conscious of the fact that I've got a moral and civic responsibility to stand for the truth and speak for my people. We've been behind for quite too long as a nation. It's high time we started speaking the truth, cause only the truth can set us free.
Now you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. Wearing suit and tie, pan dirty character. Tip man, they all are thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Them meet the water dirty, them know it make it settle. And them jump inside, they don't dirty and more. Tip man, they all are thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go the end, they just they pass so. It's the wrong side life, now we dey live so.
Respect to all massive and cool. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back. The way me sing things like one, me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari.
Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all are thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent green, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make me settle. And then you jump beside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all are thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, who that now we go believe. Oh, this the wrong side life, now we dey live so. They are latif, who that now we go believe. It's the wrong side life, now we dey live so. Sorry, sana, self say na sorry. It's the wrong side life, now we dey live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character? The cap side life, now we dey live so. Salon de poil, dangerous de story. Things are go bad, who not the story. Fake promises and philosophies, yeah. Say we don't tire with Baku stories. Bring us the rice, was the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad, things are go bad.
Indeed, bring us the rice because the people are hungry. We tire with this story, you know, things go bad, things go bad. Many thanks to Kuskubi, you know, for reminding us about the wrong side life, you know. Congratulations to Arsenal again, you know, man, they celebrate. Lo. Oh, they ring the bell for honor this morning. Congratulations to Arsenal. Like call some Arsenal man them. And if offend them, I don't know none of them. If you're an Arsenal man, just drop your comments. I go offend you. I see. I want Michael Cisse, Lamboy Richie, Ash Samuel, good morning, Michael Mojoa, my Joseph Kanu, Daike Koma, Mosdi. Ira and Sumana, good morning. Alusayan Arnold Bendu, Dauda Tawali, yes, Pete Becks, Peter Beckley, congratulations to you. And Congratulations, Ali Sayo Mara. Good morning. Amanatu Sanusi, Ibrahim Wilshire Kamara, Fatmata Sako. Good morning, Mrs. I hope you do fine. Diske, Jibril Toure, Ibrahim, Kenneth Karimu. Congratulations, Sheku Dine Kamara. Well, it's all like Gunners man and plenty now. Tunde Mario Scott. I know so you know to Gunners man. It's either AC Milan or Inter Milan. I know so you know to Gunners fan. Jaya Koka, good morning. Yes, it's Sheku Dinaro si Kosna Bayo, good morning. Sheikh Umar Jalo, good morning. Kota, hope they do fine. Minkail Abdullah, Albert Lansana, Susan Seyakoiwa, Peter Beckley, Senior P. Becks, congratulations, bruh. Congratulations. Alfred Thomas, good morning. Minkael Mukhtaru Masako, Gabriel Indolo Lebi, Asinal Joanna Izimani name na Asinal na at this Flamin Mantonko Mansae, Winnie Sia, Lamboy Richie, good morning. Arun J, Alaji Momo Kamara, good morning to all the Asinal fans. Abdurrahman Tijan, good morning. Emma Wilson Davidson, good morning. Bumi Sega Thompson Motel, Yusuf Sise, Creo Bobo. I don't see the granted. I don't see Arsenal man. Frederica Crispina Johnson, Mark Rube Musa, good morning. Yes. Ramatu Titi Munu, Nima Santos Toure, good morning. Ahmed Kaba, good morning. Fatmata B. Jalo, congratulations, Jaja. Congratulations to all. Alfred Thomas, good morning. Santi Kazola, Amsa M. Kamara, Gabriel Indolo Lebi, good morning. Sufia Abib Chinis Kiawu, Alimatu Damone Kenny, good morning. Malcolm Semogo, good morning. Albert Lanson, I don't know which team you support actually. I don't know. I know say Shiba Concept, na Manchester fan. Sal Texal, good morning. Kenneth Karimu, good morning. Good morning to all the Arsenal fans there. I see you know all the way through this morning, and I want to congratulate you know all. You know, I mean, like I say, genuinely, I really want the Arsenal win. Even Champions League. Good morning, Osfren Kamara, Jariuba, good morning, Maruf Bari, good morning, Angela Peterson Coca, good morning, Ibrahim Kalon, good morning. Mandela Momo, good morning, Ibrahim D. Mayo Kagbo, William Martin, Abdullah Suma, Alaji Mohamed Koma, Mohamed Masakoy. I really want Le Arsenal win. Eddie Grant, good morning, man. Barisin Baba, Sane. Let's just show some of the Arsenal fans them. Let's just show them, Simon. Yes, I know people. Where they support Arsenal for the longest. You know, my man Alpha Sise, the Attorney General, Minister of Justice, now one fan. The Minister of Social Welfare and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aisha Mahoy, now another fan. Usman Abdal Timbo, Honorable, now another fan of Arsenal. This is a long time. People for a very long time don't they support Arsenal. Not a man that we don't go take the jersey today, just to recognize them people there. Yes, we can go. And Chenoba, the Minister of Information and Civic Education, yes, the Kanike Minister, a long time fan. And Peter Beckley, P. Becks as well, yes, you want to recognize you now. And the first lady, yes, Simon, you know, show me, man, Usman Banks Sanko. Usman Banks Sanko, I want to recognize you as well, the first lady as well, and the former president, Dr. Anes Baikoma. See, yesterday, instead of celebrate Sharif Ismail share na social media.
To all Arsenal supporters.
Yeah, cheers to all Arsenal supporters. We want to join everybody for congratulate the Arsenal fans this morning. You know, yesterday, Leone Stars also they don't draw na Group E. And the qualifying for the Nations Cup. We wish Leone Stars the very best. Hopefully, we go qualify another group play and go Nations Cup. You know, it means a lot for your country they play international competition. And football now one thing where they bring we all together. So Leone Stars they Group E with DR Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Zimbabwe. It's a tough group, a very tough group. But hopefully, maybe we go get a new coach, whether na Mohamed Kalon again or whoever comes. Then yeah, we go do well. With the Group E, the qualifiers for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. With the Group E, we play again. We did with DR Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Zimbabwe. Unfortunately, the qualifiers will start in September, and sadly, there is no indication that we're able to play. We matches them now home. Possibly we go for the go Liberia again for play the qualifying matches. We home matches will be playing them away from home, possibly in Liberia, or maybe I don't know if Guinea gets an approved stadium by CAF, but possibly yes, we'll be playing in Liberia. So we there Group E, Salon de Group E, we there with DR Congo, Equatorial Guinea, and Zimbabwe. So we are hopeful. I don't watch Leone start playing a Nations Cup. That's something where you actually, it's a lifetime. That's something in a lifetime, excitement. Now memory where you go always one day with, you go always one live with, and you enjoy. It takes away with division and everything. We all they celebrate ourselves together always. They celebrate and. Hopefully we'll qualify in this group and go the Nations Cup again. So until they celebrate us in alone, don't forget we safe. Let's take some stories quickly. His Excellency the President they don't conclude in presentation Oxford, Usai had a talk on democracy and Africa future. And the presidents have been special guests. They attend 2 days and been get different presentation them and a fireside chat with the students them on democracy and Africa's future. Also, let me not forget there is an Ebola outbreak in DR Congo, not in Salon, but yesterday the Salion, the public health agency, been get a press conference so they assure the public that then they're on vigilance, then prepare and Salon they take measures them. So let yourself be very careful, be mindful, wash your hands continuously and try for protect and prevent yourself. We don't get the Ebola experience. We pray that come here again and hopefully the authorities then will take all the measures them way then for take for ensure say we protect the country from Ebola. But yourself get a role for play. Wash your hand regularly, protect yourself. People who eat bushmeat, avoid that and all. We'll take another story. The Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallow, yesterday they received the Vice President of the MCC, Alicia Robinson Morgan, where they na Salon for the very first time for celebrate the United States and 250 years anniversary, and also then get for officially open the MCC the office na Salon as we are one of the few countries them where the US government still continue the MCC compact with when at the 480 million energy compact we hopefully will help for address we energy situation. And hopefully we will talk to somebody from the MCC on that as then still in at the country and therefore open the MCC office. Let's take another story. The Chief Minister Dr. David Senge yesterday being the part of the spotlight meeting with the UN agency and other partners them organized. Let's take this video quickly. We'll come back shortly.
This is an exciting day because the Spotlight Initiative, which is a partnership between the EU and the UN and several countries, seeks to eliminate violence against women and girls. And we are here to have the steering committee meeting where we will discuss and agree on very important documents that lead to the implementation of this program successfully.
The European Union remains firmly committed to supporting Sierra Leone in eliminating all forms of violence against women and girls. We recognize that the significant progress made through national reform, civil society leadership, and strengthened coordination mechanisms. The Spotlight Initiative remains one of the European Union's flagship global partnerships, and Sierra Leone continues to be a priority country for demonstrating impact, innovation, and sustainability.
On behalf of the implementing agencies, to say thanks to the support we receive from government, because you are here to create the conducive environment for us to deliver.
When we collaborate and work together, we will see impact, and we must over-deliver. We'll see if we can even get His Excellency to receive that report. We can try to, because he is a champion of this, and we'll see how we can bring it even upwards to the President.
So that now the Chief Minister, Dr. David Moinina Senge, been there at the Spotlight. The Spotlight program actually, like he mentioned, a project where the EU and other countries and the UN agency then they use for highlight things and where they affect women and girls and also protect them from sexual and gender-based violence. So there was this story yesterday where the Ministry of Social Welfare been put out where a lot of people in share with me, you know, I really no one show the picture, but I could just see it through. There was a photo where go out of one small Pekin we married to somebody where you know, somebody go then say not child marriage actually. And the Minister of Social Welfare, the Minister of Children's Affairs, Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Maoy, been given highlights, and the ministry have been given highlights of the action we did not take. So there was this picture we can on social media of a young girl we married to some big man. So it been given update say they don't arrest the accused person and some of his family members them in accordance with the act. Police obtained statement from the alleged perpetrators, the man and the family members. The victim they receive psychosocial support, and they don't place the victim in a safe home. You know, and they continue for assess the state of mind and provide the necessary protection for the Pekin. This now small Pekin. You know, I remember we the lady Khadija Kaya interviewed the other day when they talk about child marriage, how she was almost forced into getting married to a man by parents. A lot of people, you know, these are things where they happen, we they see in our communities. So we tribe, you know, there are people who are still doing it. Families, communities, people and you get people where they say, this Pekin will keep on for you. You go begin this na me wife, begin as small. In other words, say big safe. Then they abuse Pekin them and they force them into marriage. It's happening. And this and thanks to the ministry and the minister for the prompt action. A lot of people in tag some people in tag we share the story with we. And good that there is an action. And I think what we all for raise alarm on, because it's happening. No think say because it not happen to you, you not see them, you know they happen. No. It's definitely happening in not only in rural communities, even in big towns. Even Fritongia, silent then tear they happen. We can see some of the video them, we can see the pictures there. So we all got a role for play for ending the day. So this morning, before we can talk to I've been telling about a Facebook reminder. Last show na Dandy first. Last show now they can take the video. They can take an interview where the First Lady do with the BBC. It's a trending interview. We don't want some stories on them, but they play the full interview this morning. But yeah, like Facebook yesterday remind me. about a post I do some 11 years ago. And it reads, he said, I'm spending my second night since I returned from the US. This was in 2015. In total blackout, just like 2011 when I came from China. It's the same old story about our republic, where we still suffer for the basics. Pump lock and light not is sad, eh? Failing to provide the basics for your people means you have failed as a leader who was voted for with all those lofty promises. When it sucks, it sucks. Don't tell me you're fixing it after 7 years and it's still not fixed. All the clamor for is to grab power and get rich, nothing to lift people out of poverty with opportunities for a better life. For 54 years, we have been crying for just the basics, which are still far-fetched. Wicked and rogue politicians are those that are leading us. Do they even think about us? May Allah save us from the suffering, which may not go away too soon. So yesterday, when I share this, somebody said me if me not perfect. You know, so I said this. This was 11 years ago. 11 years ago. So sometimes I can for remind people and say, some of us, we've been around a bit. We've seen, we've hold people accountable. We've criticized previous administration when things were not happening the right way. And yeah, we've done it. Not out of hate, not so because we hate the country. Now because that thing and the money we all affected. So imagine 11 years ago, yesterday night, I sleep and dark, I wake, I see lights, I run for iron, I know for one water, lights not there. It's the same. So if you born picking way from 2015 to now 11 years, imagine 11 years, you don't grow up in a country whose electricity is still a challenge. So in 5 years ago as well, in May 2021, I posted this and I said, President Bill says his government now generates sufficient electricity in Freetown, but they inherited a defective and decadent transmission and distribution system that is incapable of evaluating and transmitting the power that is generated. So this was some 5 years ago. I think it was at Parliament. President made this statement. When I've been one of him addressed him, he made statement somewhere. So I've been picked this up 5 years ago and posted this as well. So we've been around, and like I can say, if it's good, we all the benefit. If it's bad, if it doesn't work, we all the suffer. So we need to get a system who say, irrespective of who that in a power, we get a blueprint of certain things and more for address. 5, 10 years, 11, 20 years, we're able to address water you know for talk, I still get 5 gallons. Anyway, so they come back shortly. Let's take the interview where the BBC do with the First Lady. Then they go on with we join with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Timothy Kabar, for the first interview this morning. Let me just listen to this interview where the First Lady gets with the BBC World Service. Continue for Stay With Me.
Sierra Leone's First Lady, Fatima Bio, is unlike any First Lady the country has seen before. She speaks up on taboo subjects.
Menstruation is not a crime.
And is very vocal about women's rights.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table.
A near child bride herself, she championed to abolish child marriage in her own country, where more than 29% of women are married before the age of 18. And she has her critics. Some say she's too political in a role that's meant to be ceremonial.
In the eyes of her critic, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
The BBC has been given exclusive access to see the inside life of the president's wife, Fatima Bio. Umaru Fofana is the BBC's Sierra Leone correspondent who has followed the first family's ascent to power.
For many people outside Sierra Leone, the country is a byword for the civil war that was here in the 1990s and blood diamonds, which were basically the reason for that war. But I can assure you that it's a very beautiful country. And we are a lovely people. Religious tolerance here is amazing. I doubt it exists anywhere else in the world.
Friday, most of the population in Sierra Leone were like 70 to 75% Muslims. So we go to the mosque and pray.
Your husband is not a Muslim?
My husband is a Christian, so he will cover the 30%, but we don't do that here. Sierra Leone, we're very religious tolerant. You won't know who is a Muslim, you won't know who is a Christian, so we're very religious tolerant. I think that is one of our trademark that we really need to market outside, because I don't think there's any country in the world that is as religious tolerant as we are in Sierra Leone.
It's the end of prayers, but not the end of the working day. The First Lady has been vocal about education, where girls have been markedly disadvantaged to access compared to boys.
I'm at a brand new university in Freetown, and the class of 2025 are just about to graduate, and the keynote speaker is Fatima Bayo, the First Lady.
What does seeing a young woman like Janet graduate mean for women in Sierra Leone?
It's such an honor. Young girls are not privileged to go to school. They're only made for household, wives, and bearing children. But seeing a young girls growing up today with so much like this is a new era.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table. When you make decisions, especially when it concerns women's affairs, you can't have a bunch of men sit in a room and make a decision and then come and tell us women, this is what I want to do. I want you people to do. It is wrong. There should be a woman there. I love to be in the provinces. With Freetown, you feel caged. Every public place you go, you meet so many people there. A lot of people want pictures. A lot of people will want your attention. But in the farm, that's my own space. And the best place, because the telephone doesn't work there.
Up country in her farm, the First Lady feels comfortable enough to wear her favourite football team's shirt.
These are the small ones there.
Is this kind of environment an environment that you're more comfortable in than the public?
Yes, I love it. When we come here, we're at peace. So the kids will sit here and they will be feeding, they will go to the animals, the chicken. Everybody is free here.
Little is known about the First Lady's upbringing, but now feels like a good time to ask.
I was born in Kono. My father was a miner. My mother has always been a proper housewife, but my father has been a miner, so he mined all around this country. I come from a polygamous family, and that also is another challenge, because when you come from a polygamous family, if your mother is not the madam of the house, you are not the child of the house. So my mother was not the madam of the house. You know, my stepmother was the madam of the house, so she was in charge.
Mrs. Bio says her father and his first wife, the madam of the house, wanted her to marry an older man that she knew before she was a teenager.
The person who has always been my uncle. And you know, whenever he comes to the house, I'm running to him, he buy me sweets. This is like my uncle. And then one day they said, oh, this is your husband. I'm like, what?
So how old was he?
I wouldn't know, but I believe that that time he would have been about late 30s.
And when were you told that you would have to marry a man?
It's a natural thing. They don't need your permission. They will just come and say to you, oh, this person have brought cola nut for you. And when you finish this year in school, you're going to get married. It's just like that. Not like, what do you think? Do you want this person? You know, no. They tell you, not ask you. And you can't fight.
How were you feeling when they told you?
At that point, I hated myself, I hated my mom, because I wanted an adult to fight for me. But she just did not have it to fight because she was so scared of my dad.
It was this personal experience that led Sierra Leone's First Lady to championing the country's Prohibition of Child Marriage Act in 2024. She told the BBC that the bill has been a personal battle, and personal battles have been a staple to her life, including before politics, when she left Sierra Leone to seek refuge in the UK during the Civil War. What was it like being an asylum seeker in the UK in the mid-90s?
It was better than being here and being married to an old pervert. Anything but that. So it's nothing that I can complain about, because if I didn't go, I would not be seated here today. So England was my amazing grace. I went to England, I got my voice, I got my independence, and then I was able to fight for myself, and now I can fight for as many young people as possible.
Fatima Bio entered the entertainment industry as an actress and met her husband Julius Bio, who was already a political leader.
Okay. No.
How do you see the future for your daughters of Sierra Leone?
I think it's bright, and they are going to be women that are determined, focused, and they know they're right. So whatever is working in this country can only work because the women say so. You go to the farms, the women, you go to the market, the women, the hospitals, schools, everywhere. The women are contributing to nation building silently. Well, they don't make noise, it's the men that make the noise. This is a cow. No, you're not going to do so now.
In the eyes of her supporters, she's a messianic figure. In the eyes of her critics, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character. However, her critics say that she has gone beyond the traditional role of a first lady. She campaigns very openly, she is very political.
One cloud that hangs over Sierra Leone's political family is an alleged association with one of Europe's most wanted fugitives. Jos Ladekers has been filmed at a church service attended by the President and First Lady. Do you know who Jos Ladekers is?
I have no idea who he is.
You don't know who he is?
No.
So Jos Ladekers is one of the most wanted criminals in Europe.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a criminal, so I will not know.
He is a drug kingpin, and he is said to be married to the president's daughter.
Really? Well, maybe in another life.
They say that they have a child together.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
I suppose the question is, though, how did one of Europe's most wanted
I don't care how we did make top of continent. One day we go back fire.
The video.
Whoever is in that room is none of my business. My own video is not prescribed for certain people or that people. I don't bring people into church. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Muslim. So when I go to church service, which means I'm invited like every other person, I don't bring people into church. So I don't know who was in that church.
I also wanted to ask her about reports that she and her family are buying luxury properties abroad with questions over where the funds are coming from. Should we look at some specifics of challenges that people have said so that you have an opportunity to answer them? I feel as though one of them is specifically about properties that your family own in Gambia, that there have been several properties bought by the presidency.
The thing is, when you make allegations, you have to come with proofs. You don't make baseless allegations.
So is that untrue, that you've bought property
If you don't
for your
bring the
family?
conveyance and you just film people's houses, and you film houses that maybe I have before I even know who Mother Bio was, I'm not answering that question.
So is that something that you deny?
I don't have to deny it, I don't have to acknowledge it. When they come out with the proof that what they are saying is the reality, then we'll have a conversation.
It's quite something to see Fatima Bio in action. She's a skilled operator building grassroots supports among the majority of the country, women. I wanted to know if she wanted the highest elected position of all.
Presidency does not come just like that. It will have to be the will of God. I'm a very fervent believer that when God wants something, He does it. I'm not hungry to be president. If it is what God wants, no man can stop it either.
God's will is not a denial. It may even be a form of confirmation. Over the past 100 years, only 24 African women have led their nations in the continent. Just 2 of them rose to power through democratic elections. Could Lady Fatima Bio be the one to join and redefine that legacy?
Nothing lasts forever. Myself, I go sing till I tire. Hey, hey, hey. But I know say do me anything you do, I ain't go follow you. Hey. I don't care how we dey make Toko Cantine. One day it go backfire. Hey, hey, hey. Nothing lasts forever. Myself, I go sing till I tire. Hey, hey, hey. But I know say do me anything you do, I ain't go follow you. Man in the sea, man in the drive and the pro. The man in all they behave like man in no God. Man in the sea, man in the build mansions, but 5,000 at forget na the ghetto. Man in the gun under the sun, the man in no one know. Then dry eye bad, then she don't carry money like my inheritance. And then all this say man they hide in the yellow. Them they laugh for them they wicked we. What TV do daddy gun not to this we wish for. But now you don't tell me the wait for. People laugh last and you tell me the wait for. Like a Kabbalah cup and the bend we just kind democracy. This what we go vote for. Where the voice of the people know me nothing. No rule of law, nothing. They know I hear it nothing. All man wants for nothing. So me take me distance. And we not dance all time dance. Cause cockroach not take them to take dance. One time spend me a heavenly militant. Yes, and sometimes they might hurt. But when it goes, who's talking in advance? Yes, sugar not they give them one chance. Voice of the people, cut a team for the surveillance. Anyhow we be man and go label. And then go justify the label. And say them go they be a with you wear. Cause the devil you know better passenger. The money no they run down na certain place. The money just they rotate na certain place. Man in the steam, man in the fresh them face. Come and they watch with an angry face. The majority they live by God in grace. So na Jah we they give all the praise. And I they hope say them change their ways. Una give me tico, never they don't praise. Some man they threaten me now we face. They go commando now we come on and the race. Nationality them don't replace. They say they don't get the energy and the pace for finish the race. So me take the distance. And we not dance all time dance. Cause cockroach not take them to take dance. One time spend me a heavenly militant. Yes, and sometimes we find dance. But when it goes, who's talking in advance? Yes, sugar not they give them one chance. Voice of the people, not a team for the surveillance. Even though they see the separation, they say not the best ever. They make plan inside the plan, then they make like they're fool but they're clever. Hey, you go fool the people sometimes, you can't fool them forever. Hey, and you never say to me anything you do, now you go follow you. Hey, so me take me distance, and we not dance all time dance. Cause cockroach not take them to take one time spend me a heavenly militant.
Are you tired of waiting in long lines at the bank? Say hello to Omnolite, your ultimate banking solution from EcoBank. With Omnolite, managing your finances has never been easier. Here's why. OmniLight allows you to enjoy easy access to your account information across multiple countries. Monitor your accounts in real time from the comfort of your home or office. Rest assured, with OmniLight, all your online transactions are guaranteed secure. Do you need to transfer funds? No problem. Whether it's domestic or international, OmniLight has got you covered. Make multiple payments effortlessly with our convenient multiple transfer service. And paying bills is a breeze with Quick Bill Pay. Plus, schedule future payments hassle-free with standing order. Want a checkbook? Just request it on OmniLight and it will be delivered to your doorstep within 10 working days. Experience the convenience and efficiency of OmniLight today. Visit us online or at your nearest EcoBank branch to learn more. A better way, a better Africa.
When starting your day, getting fit is the first step. When the hustle starts, nothing should stall you. When it's time to plan your future, saving should be easy. When you're ready to expand, no room for excuses. When your child needs relief, waiting isn't an option. And if it's you asking, no isn't an answer. Because for us, when it comes to banking, it's all about you.
Across Sierra Leone, more people are asking the same question. Why buy fuel anywhere else when Cornex gives you more? Professionally trained attendants who know service matters. Conex Fuel, a litre is a litre every single time. And when it's time to pay, easy. Pay with mobile money, Visa or MasterCard, or the Cornex Fuel card. Clean restrooms, welcoming spaces. Every station, every time. Clean fuel, clean spaces, clear value. That's why Sierra Leone fuels with Cornex. Cornex retail outlets. Always clean, always professional, always for you. Fuel smart. Get your Cornex Fuel card today.
How we dey make top of canteen? One day it go backfire.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 Leone and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Orange. Take a chance.
On the first in line.
Take a chance.
You don't hear the good news? With Darlene Mercury, you don't come with the biggest news this year. With the Mercury Win a House raffle, you will get your own chance for win host this year, especially if you get luckier. Make we celebrate the Mercury Win a House raffle, where they begin April 1 and end July 21 this year. For qualify for this raffle, you for play up to 50 leones where you buy it per online sports game and up to 250 leones per the Vegas game them. The more you play, the more you will get chance for win. But you no go qualify for the Mercury Win a House raffle if na bonus money or free spin you use for play. You go only win with money where you pull na your pocket for play, and if you make sure say you bite inside this period where the game then they go on. Now for try hard and increase your chance for win this host na the Mercury Win a House raffle where they run between April 1 and July 21 this year. Play more Mercury online sports and Vegas game them and win more raffle tickets them. The more you play, the more you get chance for win more raffle tickets and get more chance for win host where Mercury don't put down. This na big one. Mercury Win a House raffle don't come for we. Sometimes na you don't come so.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9. I want to send special congratulations to my senior colleague, big brother, and Dr. Francis Soa. I see they celebrate this. They say the project don't complete now, you know. And I got the minister this morning of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, national fan as well. Congratulations, sir. Good morning and welcome.
Thank you, Lamrana. I remember the last time I think I was in Frabe College, where Arsenal won the Premier, and so 22 years on, we just say thanks.
Yeah. Una people and we very resilient and courageous, because for them it's a club. Me, I support Manchester. I left. I go Luton with Tenak Binde because he wasn't a good coach. I go on loan, but we go then I return to my team back. But Tuna still there with the team.
Well, that's what they call loyalty, solidarity, the spirit of the game.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to all Arsenal fans. Mr. Minister, how has it been? You lost. Then they ask somebody where they go do the turning of the sword for the party office, the SLPP office na Kenema. I said I don't see the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So somebody sent a picture. No, so you've been there. Yeah. I said look lost. Yeah. How is it? Now law school don't lost you?
I didn't know you. I don't know that aspect though. But anyways, it's a combination of many things. Of course, as you know, I'm in school, and at the same time, the work of the Minister of Foreign Affairs is quite ambulatory. Today there, tomorrow there, and and so I've been very busy. Okay. 2026, 2025, 2026. Don't be a very busy time for me.
Okay. Thanks for joining us this morning. There's this, very topical issue about the deportation of some nationals, call them third-party nationals, to Sierra Leone. Then they arrived today, right?
That's right. We get about 25 citizens of ECOWAS member states. Where they come today from the United States, persons where the United States government consider for be undocumented, persons in the country. As part of the immigration policy, they enter agreements with some of their bilateral partners for help them deal with this immigration issue. And so Sierra Leone in January this year been therefore signed a third country national agreement with the U.S. through the exchange of diplomatic notes, where they make then 25, people in the country in Freetown, in Sierra Leone, and for coming as, people deported from the United States.
So, this agreement that we went into with the U.S. government, it was on their request, right?
Yes, it was a verbal request that was made by the U.S. to the government, which we discussed several times. We looked into the necessity of entering that agreement against the backdrop, say, we have a fantastic, bilateral relationship with the United States with a very remarkable increase in direct investment into the economy of Sierra Leone, especially in the energy and mining sectors, and with an improved relationship in multilateral space. And so we demand say, well, if a bilateral partner asks for something, and given the fact that we were able to discuss and agree on only accepting persons of origin or habitual residents being West Africa, specifically 12 countries that are now members of the ECOWAS community. And we've been therefore getting to that agreement for able to bring those people here and enable then, further movement voluntarily, if they so wish, to their countries of origin.
What do we benefit from this? Because choosing Sierra Leone, other countries, I'm sure the US go to approach where perhaps they don't get the agreement they with. But with us, what would the benefit from such kind of agreement for us, them people, and the within the same now?
Well, I tell you what, the US, this is not the first time then on this TCNA agreement. I think it's been for years. It's an agreement to concern countries in most cases, when they get too much of diplomatic bureaucracy in terms of facilitation of the acceptance of countries of the nationals that are in the United States illegally. And so at some point in time, the first time this particular offer was broached out to the government or given, proposed to government, we've been looked at and say, well, we're not going to open, the entire, we open with doors ajar to all sort of unwanted persons in the United States for Canada alone. So we've been saying, no, let's give it a proper thought, and then we can see if we can give consideration. But we see, of course, other countries they enter into this agreement with the United States, and which have been deemed unnecessary. I was in this studio, maybe sometime around February. Yeah. Even though I see now Truth Media began for published that video, which looked like I was here.
No, but we make them in case you missed it. Where people are sharing it.
I understand. It was all over the place. And I mentioned that we were about to enter into this agreement. Lamara, you have an appreciation for what we do so if you are really following, and I know you are, what is happening in the world today. The international system is changing drastically. We're moving more or less from a liberal sort of global order, transitioning into a more transactional, mercantilist, nationalistic sort of global order where every country they try to seek in your national interest. What is our own national interest in this particular agreement as the United States gets in your national interest for deal with immigration, for circumvent the difficulties and challenges where they forget undocumented aliens back to their countries of origin or habitual residence. Now, when they make this offer, we say, okay, we would, right, oblige, simply because I'll give you, let's go back to the reasons where the United States government misstate why, first a partial ban on visas was, slammed on Sierra Leone, when being later transitioned into a full ban. And the mentality we say historically we normally accept when nationals then for come back from the United States when they are found, afoul with immigration laws. And then, look, the reason why I believe my predecessors, even the predecessor governments before the government of the SLPP, now present being government, it's because we realize, say, you will not fault the people at the embassy. When they come, they say this person is from Sierra Leone, when I for process emergency travel certificate for this person for take them back for go Sierra Leone, and then can conduct that prima facie interview for able to establish whether or not the persons in question are Sierra Leoneans. Normally, for example, you get somebody named, say, Kojo Mensah, and of course, without prejudice to any name, but there are certain names that are specific to certain countries. And then you will ask some people some social questions where they're not going to answer. And so naturally, the embassy, people then can say at face value, prima facie, so we're not going to accept them people here. But it goes beyond that. Then we go back to during the war. We know say many of our neighboring countries, I mean the Canada's country, they benefit and exploit the how do you call it? The immigration system for go to the United States for settlement and to the UK and other European countries. So a lot of West Africans in Canada don't get with passports and being for go on their resettlement programs. And then those who did not obtain legal settlement after them being for abrogate the resettlement program after peace kind of country. You find out, say, then people have been don't go into the United States, which we document them. So regardless whether somebody has a fair understanding of Sierra Leone socially, politically, or otherwise.
They carry a passport.
They carry a passport. They went there with our document. So we have a duty of responsibility for accepting people in there. So that was what I instituted, and now we've been getting people coming to Sierra Leone. But you know what? Practically, when them people in the deport them cancel without any effort of the government of Sierra Leone, those people find their way back to their countries of origin. So we don't see the practicality of people coming. This may be a little different because people are sort of, people in through the ICE program.
Exactly.
And
the ICE clearly they say
yes.
these are people with criminal records.
Yes, in some cases.
Yeah.
But what we enter into, and I will share, if time permits, the diplomatic document we exchange with the United States, where we make them very clear, say we will not accept anybody, that is not an ECOWAS citizen, because by the ECOWAS protocol on free movement of persons, ECOWAS citizens get the right for any country of the ECOWAS community for at least 90 days, on which expiration they can apply for an extension. Then also, we say we will not want anybody of a convicted felon or anybody who commit any violent crime where we will kind of introduce into society and it will pose a risk to the population. So with this clear, so people in fact, when you see the transparency here on the part of the United States is that then they give you a list of the people they want for send back with their crime numbers, which can be verified, and then they state why those persons are repatriated. It's mostly, visa issues. Overstay. It's also, undocumented aliens, and a few cases of, for example, credit card fraud, where some people then, they engage in. So because of the diplomatic bureaucracy, they most times forget them people have to go, and because also don't forget these persons are in detention. I would rather somebody comes to Sierra Leone, I facilitate their going back to their country of origin than with people.
What are we benefiting from this directly? There is a visa ban on
yes.
Is this in exchange for that?
Vicariously, indirectly. Ghana, for example, entered into this agreement, and we saw the complete lifting of the ban from Ghana. And the United States not tell we say, if you accept third country nationals, we're going to lift your ban, okay? But it's one of those actions, proactive actions you take based on precedent elsewhere, that perhaps if we take this action, because when them
are we being forced on this? Is it that they're forcing us and we think say it's just an action we'll take or the decision we'll take, then it go make them understand say yes, we want to lift we ban, or we have something that we bargain on?
No, we are not being forced. We are a sovereign nation, and we, in fact, the beauty of this exchange of documents today, if this first set of immigrants then come and we say we don't want anymore, that's the end of it.
In the agreement?
Yes, that's the end of it. If we say tomorrow we don't want any other immigrant for Canada's country, that's the end of the agreement. So there's no question.
Is this agreement going to be made public? Is it something the public for understand what's in the inside? Because people will want to understand. They've been asking question. What are we directly benefiting from this? Is it an exchange? Say, okay, we accept this number 300 and on a lift with visa ban.
Okay, so the United States has offered a grant of $1.5 million. That offer, that grant that the United States offered was not a proposition from the United States government. Now we look at, say, hey, yes, we'll take in these folks, we want to facilitate their voluntary repatriation to their countries of origin, and in the event somebody thinks because of the risk of refoulement, that is, maybe they'll be persecuted in their country of origin or usual, habitual residential country, then as ECOWAS member state, we get the right to look into the laws that are the existing laws for ensure, say, we provide that safety for that person. If somebody cannot go to a country in the ECOWAS community, fear of prosecution, under international law, international humanitarian law, international customary law, all the international laws against torture and the abuse of the basic human rights of persons, we as a state, we get that international obligation there for provide protection for that person. So bringing these people in asylum, one, it is with the aim of properly ensuring that then people will go to their countries of origin. But in the event someone fears that they could be persecuted in their country, we are under international law. get that obligation to provide protection for them.
This same model happened with Ghana, right? There was a Sierra Leonean who was forcefully taken out of a hotel, dragged, put in a plane, and sent to Sierra Leone. Yeah, I'm not sure the government of Sierra Leone. I don't know if there is public. The ambassador then, I spoke to him here, asked for an apology and investigation afterwards. But the point I'm trying to make is, even Ghana, we get responsibility, as you mentioned, for protect anybody with the Canadian country under that agreement. They had to force a Sierra Leonean out of their country and send them back home.
It was a pity that happened. Every agreement is specific to the sovereign consideration. We get your agreement. It's not the same as Ghana, and we are Sierra Leoneans. We as Sierra Leoneans, we are kind persons by heart, and there's no way we go manhandle anybody against their will for push them for going to their country. This process has been properly arranged to ensure that the right of the people where they come under international law, under U.S. law, and under Sierra Leone traditional laws for ensure, say, the rights of those persons are guaranteed and protected. So nothing of such like what happened, unfortunately to his sister, will not be occasion in the process of implementing this.
Again, I'm coming to the point of benefits directly.
Yes.
Are we doing this because we are assured that the visa ban will be lifted, or it's just to please the U.S. government that we want Lona do this for we?
We are not.
What in we bargain on? What the bargaining?
We are a sovereign state, an independent state in conscience, an independent state in practice. We are not pleasers of any particular country. The United States, like I say, for example, there's an increased investment in the economy of this country.
Mr. Minister, the U.S. they invest in other African countries.
But I care about no. But
so why not send the citizens there?
I'm coming. Let's don't sentimentalize this. Yes, I don't want to talk about what the U.S. does in other countries. Let's focus on Sierra Leone. I'm the Minister for Foreign Affairs for the Republic of Sierra Leone, not for Sierra Leone and other countries.
But I'm referencing because we're talking about investment.
Yes,
I'm saying there are huge investments in other African countries. Take Nigeria, for example. Take Ivory Coast.
Well, Nigeria by dimension is bigger than Sierra Leone. Nigeria by population and economy is bigger.
So if they want to send citizens, why not Nigeria?
Let me focus in terms of benefit. And because the analogy we try for construct here is, if other countries don't have benefit, why wouldn't the United States propose or take, third country nationals to those countries?
Yeah.
Let's focus on why I say, I don't just tell you, say, there's increased investment in this country. Perhaps since after the Bumbuna project, the present investment by the DFC into the energy sector is one of the biggest we don't see since after the end of the war.
Mr. Minister, land came before land came before even President Trump in tenure. Land project has been on with this government, the previous government, and this government, even before President Trump.
What we're dealing with right now is not a President Trump's policy. It's a policy of the United States and an agreement with the Republic of Sierra Leone, not Timothy Kaba, not the government of any individual, but the Republic of Sierra Leone. So let's focus on that, and it's that been established. Let's come out to the investment. We have seen increased investment. Nant may have been here for many years, but the deployment of huge capital, there was a bottleneck on this project. When I was Minister of Mines, I was quite much of a. And when this bottleneck was broken, I was Minister of Foreign Affairs. I got consulted. I sat in the cabinet that discussed and gave the fiat to the Minister of Energy and all those MDAs that were involved with the enhancement of the progress of this particular project. In the mining sector, in many other sectors of the economy, the United States, in the health sector. Recently, we saw millions of dollars being deployed into the health sector, and thanks to President Bio and with very pragmatic and progressive Minister of Health, who is translating this investment into really tangible changes in the health sector in our country. So with all of this particular agreement is not a direct quid pro quo. It is, in a way, considering the constraint of an important bilateral partner and the need on we own part as well for play our own role in the safety of ECOWAS citizens who could be kept in detention in the United States because they may not have altogether the fiat or the diplomatic go-ahead for taking people here, going into the countries of origin. They will be in detention. Children, mothers, fathers, and all of these folks. If we provide a quick reaction for bringing ECOWAS citizens down asylum on a transitory basis, in most cases, for getting people here for calm, we process them documents, provide for them psychosocial, relief, and all of those things, and help them for going to the countries of origin. I think that, under international law, is an obligation that is performed with a high sense of morality.
Is there an understanding? One of the biggest the question with people and they ask, will this lead to the lift of the ban on visa?
If it does,
for people?
If it does,
is that part of the conversation?
There are many remedial actions we will take for ensure, say, first and foremost, the reason why the visa ban was slammed on us, not a secret, very open. We cannot remedy directly what he didn't say. So, for example, the overstay of people. Can I go to the United States right now and go look for all them people in there and say when I come back na salon? That is practically impossible. Can I also say, okay, you know what? All the people that will be on the refuse for me to not come to this country. Let's go throw a net into the United States and bring all them people here for satisfy this particular, for remedy this particular problem will be done. We serve as the reason why the visa ban was slammed on us. What we are doing now is responding to the genuine call of a bilateral partner. And we said, because we have an obligation under international law, and we believe, say, like I said, we don't see other countries that don't take similar actions, like Ghana, it's paid off. Ghana had an immediate slam, a ban on, for example, export of its cocoa, which is actually one of the nerve centers of Ghana's economy. And my brother, when students in the come to me and say they had admission in universities in America, they cannot go. People don't play DV visa, I don't call it diversity lottery, then don't win. And all don't meet all these visa issue. They cannot go because of what happened. It pains me because people, they look for opportunities in life. If you are not given that opportunity, maybe if I was not given that opportunity to study out of this country, perhaps I will not be the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So it pains me. There are people who already don't get medical programs in the United States for respond to the medical challenges who cannot go to the US. It pains me. There are families that have been set apart as a result of this particular visa ban. It pains me as a citizen who get concerned for people there. So if any action they would take, where the United States could give a consideration for, say, as much as we invest in the country of this we partner country, let's also consider that this country is showing so much goodwill to we at this very difficult time. We lift the ban on them. If that is the consequential result of the actions, many remedial actions will they take, so be it.
Is that part of the transactional aspect of this agreement?
Vicariously. It is not a statement by the United States say, if you accept third country nationals, we're going to lift the ban. Let's not make this particular goodwill action and this diplomatic action we turn into.
Who is doing the goodwill here? Is us or the US government?
In this case, we're doing goodwill to the US government.
Yeah, but there must be a benefit if you're doing a goodwill apart from investment. Because the people who invest here, they're not just investing in selling because they want to invest in business. Like Nant is a business, they'll be selling energy and make money. It's a loan, it's a private sector investment.
It solves a critical.
Exactly.
No, let me go back to your analogy. They could decide to take that energy project, then go into other countries where get energy poverty.
Yeah, but
they come to Sierra Leone, not only for the maximization of profit, but there is also the social impact and economic impact.
Exactly. So the part of the goodwill, is it that we are engaging we discuss this agreement with a position of strength, say, whilst we accept this, our citizens want this ban to be lifted, and it should be part of the conversation?
Well, in diplomacy, we don't, sometimes I will tell you, you're very handsome in diplomacy. And if you're a diplomat, you will know my saying to you that you're very handsome is because I'm requiring something. Okay? And whatever is going to be the outcome of this goodwill, and this goodwill, gesture by Sierra Leone, both for the United States and both for then West African citizens here, who they facilitate the movement to their countries, for prevent them from long-term detention in the United States. I believe, say, at the end of the day, if the US see this as part of the many things them, what do they look for from we as a bilateral partner, if it can culminate into the lifting of the ban, so be it.
Is it a request that we could make as well?
Yes, it's a request we have made as well.
So this part of this accepting this
yes,
to be
that if,
the transactional part.
You should consider this. It's not transactional. You should consider this as an effort we are making to help deal with your immigration issues, but also to provide humanitarian support to the West African folks, the ECOWAS folks that may be in long detention in the United States, to facilitate their coming to Sierra Leone and enable their further movement to their countries of origin. If somebody feels that they are falling in love with Sierra Leone, or for the risk of refoulement, the risk of persecution in the country of origin under this circumstance, then we will provide protection for that person based on local laws and on international law.
So you said 25 they come to
25, correct.
They are of what nationals?
They are of exclusively ECOWAS nationalities.
Which of the ECOWAS countries are they mixed?
Liberia, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Senegalese. Yes, those are the folks in the
So the agreement is for accept 300, right?
So what we proposed and agreed on in the diplomatic note that we exchanged with the U.S. Embassy here in Freetown is that we can afford to have 25 in a month. So within that month, we expect that through the support of ministries, agencies, and departments that are relevant to social protection, that are relevant to migration, relevant to human rights, like the Aegis Office, Ministry of Social Welfare, the security forces, if that's the capacity we'll get, we're able to deal with 25 within a month, process their document with IOM and get necessary documentation, communicate with the member states, them with the citizens in the Canada's country, for ensure say we deal with it fairly, in a fair, just, and dignified fashion. So it is possible we may not have any deportees coming to the country in a given month. But whatever it is, the maximum we can take is 300. And this agreement is for 1 year. It can be terminated at will anytime or one time if we say it will pose adverse social impact to the communities, or if we get any national security risk.
So there's an amount to this, 1.5 million United States dollars. Who do they go to? Who do they receive that money?
Let's go back to let's go back to the different countries in Africa. We don't go into this. The other day, I read someone saying we had a bad deal in terms of the monetary terms. We did not request for money for received people. This is our barter system. We're not buying slaves. We're not buying other nationals to naturalize them as Sierra Leoneans. We made the request. We say, based on this, we need to develop certain capacities. Ghana, for example, did not receive a dime. Okay? Ghana takes from its consolidated fund to help with, hotel fees and buying of tickets to enable them people have to go to their countries. Yeah? What we are saying is, we cover very small of the country. We cannot go and dip into the coffers because we're good Samaritans for repatriate people to their countries. We said, what you're going to do is, we've done some calculation. We need to get a facility in the country. Who has to pay for that facility? We want you to pay for that facility. We need to bring on board social workers. And those social workers must have some emoluments. We have to train people on how to take care of people, respect their rights, and all of that. You get to deploy software, equipment, vehicles, and all of these things for deal with the smooth implementation of the TCNA. We say, okay, here are the expected expenditures. We want you to provide a grant which the government will use to ensure, say, facilitate the smooth, implementation of the TCNA. And so this grant has been offered, and when we received the grant, as minister responsible for that, consistent with Section 118, subsection 7 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, we write and inform Parliament of this exchange of documents between the government of Sierra Leone and the United States government, and also presented with clarity that the $1.5 million grant was offered by the United States to help secure a temporal facility in Lunge and to help with the facilitation of the migrant and documentation, transportation, and all medical and everything we involved in for taking care of the migrants. So that's money. But guess what? And then we said, okay, let's have a specialized organization for do this. And remember, there's a refugee law in this country. There's a standing committee which is, chaired, which should be chaired by the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Well, then Cabinet make a decision for low escalate it to the highest level, which was really good. The wisdom of the president forget ad hoc chairmanship for this particular committee, which is chaired by the vice president, the honorable vice president. So the honorable vice president get the committee, and the committee, because you see, Lamara, we have been very transparent with this. In some countries, they don't talk about it because every state gets what you can call classified information.
Is this classified?
No,
should it be?
It has been declassified because of the level of liberal journalism, because we also don't want our people to be speculative over something we not get any secrecy adverse to the peace and security of their country. So that's why I'm sitting here for elucidate the content of this agreement, for allay the fears of the people against all these highly spirited speculations. I see one of the social media posts, someone referred to me as a fraudster, and there's no fraudulent, there's nothing of fraud in this agreement. It's clean.
The money comes to government directly?
It goes to the Ministry of Finance.
The 1.5?
Yes, it goes to, but the fiduciary responsibility for the disbursement of all of this is the United States government through the embassy is involved. So any expenditure, when they go take, for example, say you want to rent a facility, the implementer of the TCNA, when the organization will make a requisition to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we will notify the U.S. Embassy, say this requisition has been made for this, and we self the verify them. Then we send to the Ministry of Finance, to the Accountant General, and all the people that were responsible for the financial implementation of the project. Then they will disburse that money.
The person where they manage this, the organization, ECOWAS, it's a company, right?
It's a company.
Who are they? How were they selected? Me don't search online for ECOWAS. I don't see any online footprint for them. I've been searching all this while. Who are they? How were they selected?
Well, that responsibility of searching and awarding sole sourcing to any company, it lies exclusively with the National Procurement Authority. So when the committee met and said, because of time and because of the sensitive nature of this thing, and also there is an aspect of it also where we've been considered, the time factor and the sensitivity, the human right aspect, we say, okay, let us have specific company where we will do this thing, we will go to an account, we'll do vetting. So the committee agreed, and a company was proposed. You may not have seen any information on the company. This came.
No, but I imagine, Mr. Minister, a company like this doing this kind of work must have a footprint online. I've searched, I not see websites of ECOWAS solution. I've not seen. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not me alone. I've seen people asking online as well. Who is ECOWAS? Waiting at the experience, how they choose them and all.
Okay.
And these are legitimate questions.
Very much legitimate, Lamrana. Here, having a company for the implementation of the TCNA. I know this legitimacy and accountability is the use of the $1.5 million.
Yeah.
That's where all of this is coming. If this was going to be pro bono, nobody would really be concerned about whether or not the group has experience or not. The group presented its profile, and the persons that are involved in the business, the owners of the business, all of them CV them with atlas of experience in providing such services. It went to cabinet, the wisdom of cabinet, we vetted it, and it came out, met the metal that was required for the awarding of this contract. Then we sought for concurrence from the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Justice referred me, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, for seek approval from the National Procurement
Authorization. You got that?
Authorization. They did all their due diligence based on their own professional.
And you're satisfied?
But that is the institution established.
No, I'm asking you, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Yes, you're part of this. You're satisfied with the company and the service they provide?
Yes, my satisfaction came from the fact that the professional institutions were responsible for A, advisory on contract when at the AG's office, B, for the use of government funds when at the Ministry of Finance, and C, the National Procurement Authority when responsible, one, for look for the competence of companies and for ensure, say, procurement rules are not breached. All sent to me documents say, you can go ahead and sign this agreement, service agreement with this company. And that is how the service agreement was signed.
Okay. Then 25 people are already come, today then they land, right? Waiting at the process. How will they be handled? And like you say, there is 14 days where una the process, and for but West African citizens can stay here for 90 days.
That's true.
What the process? How we get for look like?
Well, I saw the flyer from the Ministry of
Information, the fact
sheet, and my ministry, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Would expect the implementation period. Would expect for able to get documentation, work with the IOM, work with the countries that whose citizens are affected. Within 14 days, we'd expect, say, for able formalize the documentation and get fellow community compatriots them for go to their countries of origin. However, if we're not able to do them, they still have the right to stay in our jurisdiction for 90 days, for the next 90 days.
Okay. And what the process, who's how we keep them? Who handles that? Okay. Security, safety, and we're talking presently about time. Even the US already called the case of Ebola presently.
I know.
And we're talking at a time, we're accepting these people at a time where, then just declare Ebola now, some part in Africa. What the health, 25, security, and all of that?
I understand. 25 persons are coming on a chartered flight. Over 300 people, they come every day in a salon, they go out of salon. So, but yeah, we are concerned about diseases. And that is why, in preparation, all ministries, departments, and agencies that are concerned with this program have all been mobilized. Resources have been mobilized. The place for the people in Fokande, everything prepared, and security for protect them. Social workers have been already brought to the site for ensure, say, these people are going to be counseled properly, and IOM is working with the government for make sure, say, everything is in place.
We don't get a case with Caribbeans in Canada, and they said they're Sierra Leoneans. They came here and they said they are Sierra Leoneans, and they carry them at this country, they stay here, for let them come on here, be a problem. It was a burden on the government as well. But the point is, what if the countries of origin of them people there say, no, they are not our citizens. We can't verify. They are not citizens of the West African country there. We will continue to keep them here.
So the manifest, before any person is brought to Sierra Leone, the United States Embassy, the United States government through its embassy in Freetown, they provide a manifest. We get the full information on the person. They will tell you their country of origin. Then will tell you then they deport them. Then they tell you their age. Then they tell you when they go to the United States. So if a country, for example, in fact, that is why Unlike what happened in Ghana, we don't get the professional decency for call all the ECOWAS ambassadors and their representatives in Freetown to a meeting. We explain to them, say, this is what the government of Sierra Leone has entered into with the United States government for facilitate the repatriation of undocumented ECOWAS citizens in the United States that are in detention. We say we will provide that humanitarian, humanitarian service for getting people in there and for help them for going to their country. We need their cooperation. We've informed them diplomatically, officially.
But these are people who have refused to collect to accept their own citizens, and they've been sent to us.
But not in all cases that...
No, but earlier, Mr. Minister, you mentioned that their names were similar. People carrying Sierra Leonean passports, originally, they are not from Sierra Leone. And countries can deny, say, no, this person go to carry passports, but in name and social question, they then go ask them, not to we come, we can't accept them, based on how we self not being accepted.
That is a possibility. There are many possibilities in this. This is not going to be a perfect, migration program. We're going to have challenges. Person will come and say, well, may I not go? Then what can you do? They are ECOWAS citizens, and we are under international law and even under Salon.
Caribbeans carried people who said they're from the Caribbean.
Those Caribbean
carried Sierra Leonean passport. They were sent to Sierra Leone.
No, sir, go back to the records. Those people that were repatriated to Sierra Leone, we been get Caribbean origin. Yeah, there was no proof whatsoever that they bore Sierra Leonean passport.
So they were sent to Sierra Leone because they're sent as Sierra Leonean citizens.
That was it.
And then we are denying that they are not Sierra Leoneans.
I don't know what the circumstances.
No, but I'm telling you because I knew. I interviewed them when I was at OYB.
I'm coming. But that is quite different from this. This one that we have got into with the United States government, I will tell you, say, then they give you a manifest with full information on these persons. Even the document number there that they've gone with.
Mr. Minister, earlier when we started, you said the US government shall not be to accept Sierra Leonean nationals because we don't go to the embassy, we don't ask them what's in now your name, they go show a name with something some other country, and we ask them some social questions, they can't relate to them, they can't answer them, and we think, say, no, we should not accept these people, not from we country. And there are people who are coming, these are people who are coming, who might go don't get documents of their country, then they just in the same circumstance, and these countries deny them. Do we still keep them here and take care of them?
Well, if they deny, it's part of the protection for the people. If they deny, we'll use the laws that are available under the circumstances and they for provide protection for them people. If it means reintegrating them into our society, so be it. That's why
we get the capacity.
How many foreigners they come to this country? We're not ECOWAS members with the Canada's country. We don't live.
No, but these are ECOWAS members where they come. They must go through the process. No, but the point I'm asking, the point I'm making is there is an instance of people that we don't come at this country.
Not in this case.
Say they are not Africans, they are from the Caribbean, and they were sent here.
I have stated, Lamrana, not in this case. This case, nobody is going to be brought to Sierra Leone that is not verifiably proven that they are an ECOWAS.
Do we do verification from the US part before they are sent here, or we wait with them Canada?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's the verification process?
We have an I-29 program where the US government, they take them people here, put them in a system which our embassy has access to. We verify the case file and everything, then we give them the go-ahead, say, they can send them.
So after 14 days na this facility, outside then good day, if they say we are not going, what the next process? We allow them to just move out like that?
No, there are processes of integration. No, personally say, under the circumstances, we get the law where they cover integration. Right? We will go back to those laws and look at the cases, one after the other, applying the existing laws where they cover protection and ensure also their integration into society.
So in 14 days, the one that we want to go
14 days is not a cutoff line. I've told you, it's we put 14 days because we expect, say, all things being equal, Within 14 days, we can get the go-ahead from the receiving state, say they will receive their citizen. Within 14 days, we'll be able to process documentation, we'll be able to do screening. Within 14 days, we'll be able to get tickets for the persons. Within 14 days, if there are any minor challenges, we'll be able to resolve. But beyond the 14 days, within 90 days, somebody can stay in the country. Even above and beyond 90 days, because they're ECOWAS citizens, we can use the law for extended stay in the country. This is a humanitarian effort. It is not an effort for inflict more psychological harm on the people who already come up from detention.
So now we did buy ticket for them out of this 1.5 million.
So this is it. The 1.5 million was estimated to, yes, so the direct answer to your question is through the grant, the implementing organization working with the IOM go ensure say then provide tickets for the persons from Medenguna and countries of origin.
In an instance where a country accepts, say, we want them citizens there, and the person refuses, say, no, me, I'm not going. Do we forcefully?
No, we are bound under international law and under Sierra Leonean law for provide protection for them people in there. And part of protection will be shelter.
So the cost comes to the government of Sierra Leone.
When I say shelter, our country is a shelter for the citizens.
No, but if you provide protection for that person, before that person they able to reintegrate and out and come. So there will be a cost on us if we're going to accept them one day where they say no, me, I'm not going to my country because of the fear persecution or whatever. We take responsibility.
And that cost will be justified under international law to which Sierra Leone is a party.
So that is what I'm asking. It's from we taxpayers' money now, from we own consolidated fund for taking, not from the 1.5 million.
Well, okay. So there's a committee. The committee will look at the merits of the argument where the person go put. If you say yes, this person can be persecuted if they're going to the country. Yes, we are under obligation as member of ECOWAS, a member state of ECOWAS. We are under obligation of international law and the law where they govern, protection of the rights of people against torture. We will provide safe haven for them people there. If any cost it will take to provide safe haven for a fellow human being, so let it be.
Okay. The last time we talked, you talk about 52 Sierra Leoneans who were in detention in the US, right? For they want to deport them. What's in the status?
We've been receiving our citizens who were deemed or have been deemed illegal in the United States and they want to deport them. And let me tell you the beauty of this agreement as well. When we say ECOWAS citizens, it even will include Sierra Leoneans. So that 300 counts, if the United States say, we get 20 Sierra Leoneans who want for the repatriate right now under the TCNA, they will also make a count of the inventory of 300.
Mr. Minister, what is very clear in this conversation is that the U.S. government, to some extent, don't find it difficult for get countries and for accept, people and more they want for deport. And like you say, we're doing this out of goodwill. We're accepting people. And I don't ask about the benefits. There are security concerns with people in the risk. There are concerns about transparency and accountability as well.
Which I think has been sufficiently done.
I asked you earlier about KEVA. They ask you again. You said you signed the agreement. You satisfied with...
Absolutely.
Are there an institution where you understand they don't provide this kind of service in other places?
A credible service provider.
Okay. You know the people,
credible service... I signed with someone. So by that...
You know that individual?
Well,
Sierra Leonean company?
Yes, it's a local company.
Okay, then gets any, if they get any experience of doing that kind of service?
I think we had satisfactorily spoken about that. And all reverse.
No, I'm asking you because you'll be...
Of course.
Some of you will be held accountable in case anything go wrong with this.
Well, even speaking here, you speaking, me speaking, we there under the eyes of accountability.
Yeah.
Every venture you take in the world, you have to account for it. Yes, I say it's a credible company, haven't met the metal proven by the NPPA, if that's how it's called, the National Procurement Authority, haven't, proven by the cabinet of the government of Sierra Leone. Yes, I will take responsibility for my signature that I've appended.
Okay.
Because I've been guided by the authorities that are concerned for provide probity on that particular company.
You clearly satisfied that this whole process is in the interest and the benefit of this country?
To my best knowledge and conscience, and to my conscience. Why I say my conscience? there's a humanitarian chamber in my conscience where the time you say, this is the right thing we're doing for those West African citizens, ECOWAS citizens, that could stay longer in detention if we not bring them for getting the opportunity for going to them countries.
We need to let you go, but quickly, I want to watch this video where one member of parliament raised a concern. I think it was yesterday. Let's just watch and quickly, you can do the response to him quickly.
We are presented with an agreement in the first place that is not even signed with Africa. If members can go through the document that is before us, you realize that neither government nor any of the parties signed on to this agreement. That in itself is a fundamental breach, which tells us that this agreement has every clause for us to proceed on it. Mr. Speaker, you can go to the document before you. Nobody signed on it on behalf of government. The agreement that is circulated to all members. It's not signed? It is not signed, sir.
Mr. Minister, that's not the
so let me respond to
the
that.
deputy leader of the opposition.
Thank you. I didn't see that, but thank you for bringing that. I believe that's a two-paper document the member of parliament behold, and then with the probably that letter may have been accompanied by the exchange of diplomatic notes. And when we exchange notes diplomatically, we use what they call note verbal. The note verbal under the protocol under diplomatic protocol is not signed. It is initialed. Okay? Note verbal is not signed. It is initialed. The agreement here is exchange of diplomatic notes, which means exchange of note verbal. By the Vienna Convention, we established diplomatic relations, right? Every diplomatic note, when a note verbal, where two countries they exchange, now bona fide, state documents them, we get the authority, where he gets the authority and he gets the blessing of the state. So if that is what the member of parliament is referring to, it does not require it to be signed by me, but it has to be initialed by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The note where the member of parliament hold, where he said that is before them, is the notification letter that I wrote to parliament consistent with section 118 subsection 7 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, informing parliament of the exchange of diplomatic notes and the receiving of a grant of $1.5 million. And that grant was what was signed by the government of Sierra Leone and the United States. So it's a different thing.
Okay.
We have only, that's what he had, what he could have been blandishing on the screen there. Now, the letter I write to him for inform parliament as part of my obligation. But hey, parliament gets inherent right for question.
For invite you, will you be willing to go there and do a Q&A on this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. They get the inherent law.
Finally, Mr. Minister, I will ask you, there is a very, there is an issue where Dr. Blyden don't raise, about the Ministry of Foreign Affairs giving a certificate of entitlement to immunity from legal process of EU observers. And they don't accuse you and the Attorney General of, not respecting our rights as citizens. The matter been the court and court been ruling on them. What's in your position on this?
You say court been ruling. I think the ruling of the court is final as far as this case is concerned. Dr. Olayinka, Sylvia Olayinka Blyden is a good friend and a sister of mine. You would have seen on many occasions where it extol the work what they do as Minister of Foreign Affairs. And so this one incident, unlike I see people, they say, oh, you got to respond. Of course, if she feels aggrieved by the outcome of the judgment that was, landed by the High Court of Sierra Leone, like any other person will feel aggrieved.
She's referring to you as a fraudster.
On this, well, look, whatever name you give me, I know it does not define me And in order for not to think way they injure me, they break my head, I know who I am, I know my level of integrity, and I know my commitment to this country and the people of this country in my service to this country. And I make...
You consider her concerns as legitimate, as she don't write to Parliament?
Well, she's written to Parliament. She's written to Parliament. Parliament don't acknowledge. But I will tell you that what I did was legal and was my responsibility and was right. And that's why the judgment that came from the High Court so reflected what the judgment is. I'll tell you why. The Minister of Foreign Affairs is responsible. And you know, the issue of who that gets diplomatic status in this country is the function of the executive. And that power is reserved for the executive president of the country, when His Excellency, and he is the president is the principal diplomatic authority of this country. What I do as Minister of Foreign Affairs... So
you never take blame? Let Dr. Blyden blame the president?
Don't go there.
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm coming. I want to define my role and why I take full responsibility, and I know what I did is right on the law, and it was the right thing to do.
You owe no apology?
For this, I owe nobody any apology. In the execution, in the rightful execution of my responsibility, I owe no apology, no brief to no one. Okay? So welcome. So because whether they become diplomat in this country, that is a right constitutionally reserved for the executive president of the country, which is delegated to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. We have the responsibility to say, this person is a diplomat and must benefit from diplomatic immunities, because now the president, they give diplomatic passport. And when you give diplomatic passport to somebody, you don't get diplomatic status, not so? And that, they pass through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs when they facilitate the issuance of that diplomatic passport day. In this instance, the matter in consideration right now, under consideration, the Attorney General, when the representative of the government, when they prosecute a matter, now we go to court on behalf of the state, request, say the court request of we for give an opinion. No, it's not even an opinion.
For define reason.
No, for provide a certificate for proof, say the persons here, one of the defendants saying, at the time when they were in this country, what the function will lead to this particular litigation, if they benefited from diplomatic immunities. Yes, I provided the certificate.
And you stand by that?
The court is not concerned about whether the people are a diplomat or not. What the court is concerned with, the certificate that proves that they are diplomats, has been provided by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which I did, guided by the Vienna Convention and the law where they give diplomatic status to people.
And you stand by that?
Absolutely. The court has landed its judgment. I did my responsibility with good conscience. I did not do it for prejudice anybody. I did not do it for go against my dear sister Sylvia Blyden. No. I did my professional job with my conscience, and I did it right, and I stand by that decision.
Mr. Minister, finally, finally, myself and you and many other Sierra Leoneans, I'm sure, will be concerned about seeing Sierra Leone in global media about drugs coming from Sierra Leone, this country being used as transshipment. Or by the way, there are credible reports from international organizations where they indicate, say, this country is being used as transshipment hub for drugs, by drugs, people really transport drugs now, West Africa and other parts of the world. Are you concerned with our image as Minister of Foreign Affairs?
I am concerned if that is peddled on us, say we become a transshipment country for drugs. But I am yet to, it's a concern, but I don't have any proof. For sure.
But the report, man.
But how can I verify those reports?
International organizations.
Like what?
I can bring them up. I can bring them up for you. I can bring several for you, Mr. Minister.
So I speak on fact.
Yeah, but those are facts. Those are international organizations.
No, wait for me.
You are not aware of them?
No, wait. No, I haven't seen one that I have been convinced that my dear country has now become, to notoriety, a country for transshipment of drugs. Let me come.
I'm surprised as Minister of... No, I am, Mr. Minister, that you're not aware that there are international... No, not rumors. Even
what's the distinction between a rumor and fact?
No, but what I'm saying is, these are international reports. Not a report where now want somebody sit down some side. These are international organizations. They've reported, we don't report them, we don't reproduce the report.
Can those reports as well not be subjective? What is your test?
So you're questioning them?
I am not because I'm not privy to one that has convinced me that my country has become a transshipment point for drugs, for international trade of drugs.
You're not convinced?
I'm not convinced.
You don't think Sierra Leone is being used?
I don't have a proof before me that should convince me, beyond all reasonable doubt, that this darling country of mine has become a transshipment point for drugs.
Are you concerned that
I am concerned?
International media that they carry the reports?
Yeah, I'm very concerned. So this is it. I am concerned because the image of my country is being impunged, and if it so happens, you should be concerned.
I am. That is why I'm asking you.
But what I don't want you to do what I don't want you to do. We are all concerned as citizens. My job is largely to sanitize the image of this country, to promote the image of our country, so that that good image of our country can fetch opportunities for the people of this country. So if anything impinges on that image of my country, of course it concerns me. But the burden where you want to throw at me, say...
No, I'm not throwing it at you. I'm saying as an individual, but I'm asking you, as the minister where they represent with globally, as Minister of Foreign Affairs.
The bottom line is, I am concerned. The bottom line is, I'm concerned. Because, yes, the media has that news, it's wrong, rumors are everywhere. I am concerned.
Okay.
Truly, I am concerned.
Very recently, the Justice or Security Minister of the Netherlands met with your colleague, the Minister of Attorney General, Minister of Justice, and still raised concern that they're still asking this government, this country, to help with the extradition of Josh or police and Umar Sharif. Is that something government is talking about?
I get regular telephone calls with my counterpart from the Netherlands. My position has been cleared. When I received the diplomatic note that there's a person of concern in Sierra Leone, where the Dutch get concerned in, we refer to the AG's office, because the AG's office is responsible for in instances where Sierra Leone has a repatriation treaty with a country for head through the justice system for do that repatriation. I believe the AG's office is very competent in dealing with the issue, but I, Timothy Musa Kaba, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Sierra Leone, a citizen of this country, have no idea of who is called Sheriff Omar.
You say no Sabiam?
I don't know him, and I've never met. I don't know any person of such, and I continue telling my colleague from the Netherlands that I know nobody of that image or name.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Minister, for your time.
Thank you.
Finally, what assurance you want to give Sierra Leoneans on this goodwill where you say they do and accepting West African citizens? How will it end? Should we be convinced or assured that is there a timeline for the lifting of the ban on visas?
Well, the U.S. government is reviewing. We have done quite a lot for we meet some expectations, and I'm hopeful that we go very soon come off from this ban, not to Loto the play. There are serious issues and consequences here, whether somebody want to use as a political, gain or not. Let's not say this it affects every Sierra Leonean across political lines, across tribal lines, across regional lines, everybody. Just this morning, for example, a good friend of mine sent me a TikTok video around 5 o'clock in the morning. A group of business women and a guy then sit down at one shop, then they lament on the difficulty when they get with Chinese visa right now. And me self notice quite a lot of people don't they call me say then they get challenges with the Chinese visa. When I see this video, I requested the person forget the number if you can get the number of the persons that were in the video. The Muslim in me, just after Fajr, I'm expect say most of them market women in ECOWAS Street, they are Muslims.
Yeah.
They don't go pray Fajr. Yeah. I call people in wife around 5:30 yes, this morning, and she was sleeping. I said, "Good morning, ma." Now I said, "Good morning." He said, "Now that is where they wake me." Now I said, "This is Alhaji Timothy Musa Kaba, the Minister of Foreign Affairs." Now I said, "Hey, good morning, sir." I said, "Auntie, I dey call you because I don't see una video wanna make with respect to the visa difficulties with the Chinese embassy." I said, "I go want for make you call me later this day. They will discuss a lot of the issue. I go on for meet with one of the importers in our organization and engage the Chinese embassy for to find a solution to this." So these are the things we do, right? That we can normally. My work, I don't want to say I'm media shy, but the work I do, right, is so much, but I don't have time to be telling people what I do always, especially where taxpayers' money not gets direct effect. But we are working for the people of this country.
Yeah, but you do on your socials. But the ministry can get an effective communication department.
We do.
If it's not you, they tell people what you're doing because it's a responsibility too.
It is.
For letting people know, even if you not involve taxpayers' money, but if you involve citizens, it's good that the citizens know that this is what their minister is doing for address their concerns.
We are doing. And the woman and like I promised them, I'm going to engage them today. Engage the Chinese embassy, because when I listen to the TikTok, it's a real problem. Then people they go, they travel, businesses. Already the global system is very rough. The economy in the country and everywhere in the world is in difficulties. Then we young people here back where they go forget Antomot. We cannot sit down and see the situation deteriorate to the extent that they have been refused visa.
Will the visa ban from the US government end soon? Is that an indication?
I am hoping, and I'm working very hard with all the partners then, NCRA, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Justice, Finance, and all the stakeholders then, we involve for law ensure say we meet some of the requirements that we don't ask of we, for example, for improve on the integrity of we document them. All of those things we're working together for make an improvement satisfactory enough for make this ban go be lifted.
We get a date now, God's Kingdom, right?
You know, Maggie, a small secret.
Yeah.
When the former Minister of Finance and the former Chief Minister, Honorable Jacob Safar, when he saw the video with me agreeing about Good Kingdom, now I said, Timo, you know, I think I'm not let Kukruma them. Can't protest against them. You know, something like that. Yes, Good Kingdom is it's in fact Good Kingdom they expand. You gotta taste it, man.
Yeah.
If you taste them, you gonna know the culinary excellence of the women of Kenema district.
Definitely, we'll find time. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
And hope say, you know, in between time, so then they arrive till the 10 a.m. Is it open to the media?
Well, anybody will go and go there, but let's protect too much of pictures. These are people who know the kaya voluntarily, and so we have to also have that human conscience.
They include women and children?
Yes. No child.
Born a woman and man.
Woman and man. And let we give them that small dignity. Do not frighten them. Let's provide some humanitarian conscience.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Minister. We'll take a quick break. We can talk to our next guest. Continue for stay with you. Thank you.
In the heart of Sierra Leone's dynamic rhythm, Rocal Commercial Bank is your beat to a brighter financial future. We're not just a bank, but we're your financial partner committed to your success. We've got the financial tools you need to rise higher. Our team is here to serve you with speed and a smile because your time matters to us. So, are you ready to unlock financial prosperity? Highlighting key banking services such as Keke loans, Convo account, fixed deposits, SME loans, internet and corporate banking, from savings that grow your dreams to loans that fuel your ambitions. Demonstrating fast and friendly customer service. showcasing cutting-edge banking technology and ATMs. Access your money anytime, anywhere with our state-of-the-art technology and a network of ATMs. Our Rocal SIM Copper app puts banking in your hands, where you can pay for EDSA, Afri Money, Orange Money, and pay bills including school fees and make transfers to other bank accounts. Remember, you can also experience Rocal e-banking today. Then join us now. Visit any of our branches or explore our website. Rocal Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings. Real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. We also there live on with partner radio stations them across the country. We just want to talk to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and we will bring an update from Lunge. Hopefully, the 25 people have arrived today. Then see 10 o'clock actually, and as much as we get updates and information, we go bring and come to now. We can talk politics and regulation of political parties as well. Yesterday, the Political Parties Regulation Commission, the PPRC, pulled out a ruling in the matter of petition and directive to the Internal Elections Complaint Board of the All People's Congress, the APC party. This now petition on the lower level elections, them way them being all. You know, a bulky document. So I share with my colleague yesterday. He said he plenty, but I get Olusegun David, where now the executive secretary of PPRC. Good morning, Olu, and welcome.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. I also get my very good friend and brother, Sidia Tunis, when at the publicity secretary of the main opposition APC. Good morning, Sidia, and welcome.
Good morning, Lama. Thank you very much for getting me at this.
Thanks for joining us. Olu, I see it take a bit long, you know, for do this. At some point, I've been get you yesterday, you know, but Lucian reached out to me, say, no, we need to fine tune the document again. You know, how it come to this point of, you know, giving this ruling and some of the directives as well?
Well, as a commissioner, our principal responsibility has conferred upon us with the provisions of the Political Parties Act of 2022, Act number 25, and the provisions of sections 34 and 35 therein. So that was sacred responsibility. Yes, of course, it really wasn't easy because we had to actually peruse, if I not exaggerate, more than over 5,000 pages of leaflets.
We then send as petitions.
Well, petitions. We have citations from other constitutional instruments, the constitution of the APC, you know, the reports, the extracts from the petition hearings. So it was really very bulky, and you get for look at, we had series of audios, series of videos as well, what we really get for look into. And we are very conscious and mindful that what is right is always right, and what is right must be done, because that's the only way how you will able for even build the institutional capacities of political parties. Yes, it wasn't an easy task. It was really very daunting, but at the end of the day, we have a
what's usually the process with them petition and complaints here? Where they come to now? Is it that they verify them and do investigation, whether going on the ground or interviewing people and complete your own report and present them to the petitioners and the party as well?
Okay. Now, when the commission receives petitions, first off, we try to determine whether the petitioner don't actually go through the internal structures of the party. You know, like in the case of the All People's Congress, the Constitution and Article 43 provide for the establishment of the Independent Elections Complaints Board. And so no petitioner will actually just come to the PPIC without going through the board. So all of the petitions that we receive the total petition of 72 from 72 wards, from 37 constituencies. All of them petitioners, and they actually go through the board. So in that instance, once you don't get the petitions, first off, we submit copies of the petitions received to the National Secretariat as well, MNSF get them. Then thereafter, we go into petition hearings. This time around, we decided to decentralize the petition hearings because we find out that people that within the far end of the country can normally get constraints for bring witnesses or for make them actually able for come and express themselves because we centralize everything at all. So we went to the respective regional headquarters town, exempting the eastern region where will not be get nothing from Kenema and Kailau. So then they be get we for go to Kono where we actually receive petitions from. So that's exactly what we do. We get doing those petition hearings. I'll tell you there are instances where, of course, my brother there, I will be there on there all night joining the day. There are instances, the petition hearings, they run through 12 midnights. There are instances 1 a.m. in the morning. But at the end of the day, the essence is for actually make the people then at that particular end of the country then say feel respected. Because you give them the opportunity for me to express themselves, bring witnesses, may they state exactly what happened in their estimation. Submit video evidences, go through them, in some instance, audio evidences as well. And at the end of the day, we retire. Now, all of those things what we don't get from the field, then the commissioner, they begin to sit down and they begin to look at each and every one of those narratives on a case-by-case basis, word by word, and at the end of the day, that they can form what think in there inside the ruling. And once those rulings are done, we now submit to the party. We don't submit rulings to the petitioners because in this instance, the Independent Elections Complaint Board was actually part of those that were petitioned because people then petition a ruling. So at the end of the day, we actually submit copies to the IECB, we submit copies to the Internal Elections Management Committee, we charge with responsibility for conduct elections within the APC, and equally so the National Secretariat.
So the issues them will come out. Then elections, I can monitor them. And sometimes when I can come out with reports and say, okay, even though some violence there, but we think, say, the process was credible and all of that. What are some of the major issues there? I see some issues of administrative lapses, ineligibility, and all of that. What are some of the major highlights from the petition?
Of course, naturally, petitioners they restrict waiting down for petition. Some even petition because they assume say they're supposed to go unopposed, and when they get to the polls, they meet another candidates. So people then petition and they. Some petitions say for starts 9 o'clock, the election not start till 12 o'clock. So you cannot restrict the content of petition. However, there are equally petitions regarding change of venue. There are equally petitions regarding eligibility to contest and eligibility to equally get opportunity for votes. There are issues regarding violence, of course. There are issues regarding prohibition of candidates from actually participating in the electoral process. So there are varieties of issues anyway within what we receive from the petitioners.
Okay, and Sidi, like to you, the issues them very clear. But as a political party, what's on a make of them processes there? Because I see, even when they were petitions, when I done the first election, when I make announcements of running other lower level elections until PPIC get for come in and say, no, we get petitions and we need for clear this up. What's in them process here mean for una party? Especially it seems like you spending a lot of time with the PPIC now in addressing a lot of issues.
Yes, thank you very much, Lama. Waiting we make of this, one that we very much satisfy, say, probably we underestimate the level at which people understand the APC constitution. and we underestimate maybe the level at which people also know their right. But we are satisfied that people make use of the members, they make use of the processes, the structures, the way the party lay out as to how we're able to address grievances and disagreements we then go get. Like Olu say, them petition they are not start na PPRC. If you notice, then start na the IECB. Some man take them complaints go IECB. IECB get hearings, then you read them cases and then rule. So most of waiting go PPRC na people and we challenge IECB ruling. The ruling will come out from the Internal Elections Complaint Board. And then go PPRC. And then, of course, PPRC itself go give them the opportunity for read them cases, then sit down on the petitions, then read them cases, then look into the evidence, then we come out from both the petitioners and the IECB self, because the IECB self been there at the PPRC hearing. And it be interesting, so might even care lawyers then go, for go sit down on the cases then. So for we, it shows how much we internal democratic mechanisms them work, and we been patient as national executive for make sure say we go through all of these them processes they are so at the end of the day people go be satisfied.
But is this not drawing back on a plan, on a calendar of events, and how una for go ahead to a national delegates conference and get a flag bearer?
It is, of course, Lama. It draw back with calendar, but at the same time, if we not be also address the issues they are, it go result to the same thing. It go still drop to calendar, because then now we go get to a point where people go decide for take legal actions. Whether they might even take longer than we did with them processes they are all don't complete. So for we, as much as it go draw up with calendar, but we are satisfied that people been allowed for go through the processes. We go through plenty stages. Even after the IECB, we reduce the number of grievances because we, as an executive, be also call parties them. Some of the districts then will be able for succeed for do negotiations among the one they will petition and the one they will then petition against and come to agreement. But then one will not be able to reach agreement. Of course, we allow them for go to the PPRC when this process will don't complete now.
So some of the things that we come up from the PPRC then ruling now, administrative issues of accountability, violence as a political party. How una the fit for how una what una they do for addressing things there internal mechanism just so that then lapses and they una go address them and not continue for when I get other elections where they come back. Are there lessons learned?
A lot. I mean, you take for example the issues around violence. We look at them things the way cause the violence, the involvement of certain individuals, the attempt by individuals, for example, for going to polling stations and do things we're not correct. Individuals that will not get any business, for do it elections in certain areas, they go present a posture we're not correct. But then again, also a huge chunk of them things they come as a result of mistrust. And so all of them processes they are we allow for go through. So now for increase the trust level between we membership and we now the executive for no say we don't make a promise say we go make this process fair, transparent, and on a level playing field, and we are still committed to that. But then issues we get for do it administrative also. Now the fact say people want for overstep them boundaries. You get clear, distinction of functions laid out by the Constitution. Like, for example, the Constitution very clear saying that the National Secretary General and the Secretariat are responsible for determining location for elections. So if the Secretariat don't put out locations for elections, we don't publish them, then that matter they challenge. Then in the hearing, the Secretary General are not present. Then of course, say than they not right, because now it's sole responsibility than they given to him by the constitution of the APC. So then kind things then
there is one petition I'll just say that constituency 054 ward 182. You say the petitioner Alhaji Jamal Udin Bangua accepted that the elections were held, but only had the problem with the district chairman, Dr. Samsise, who, according to him, withheld voter cards and denied a lot of people from voting. Alhaji Jamal further stated that some of his supporters were not allowed to vote. And no, during the election, I interviewed some people. We run a program like people and they will be in the talk say, some of them district chairman there, then get candidates them way then they support. Then really don't align. And then they try for disenfranchise other people. And then these now issues and will come out from some of the petition them. How now they address them concerns them?
So for we at national level, when it comes to the distribution of voter cards, we make it very clear say, as much as district chairman, it not necessarily means say now you solely responsible for hand out membership cards. And we make it also very clear say we get a structure in as much as yes, the cards they go through the chairman, but if you not receive your card, you have a regional chairman, you have the national office, you can also come to we. And also with the voters list, then they not really supposed for impede somebody, because the voters list self get identity on them. You get pictures of the one that way qualify for vote a particular district or constituency or ward with their names, their faces and everything displayed on the voters list. So, but again, we're glad that because some of them complaints, then they probably go to IECB, but they not come to win at the secretariat. And one of the issue then they also where the PPRC point out, because at the time of the hearing at the IECB, if the national secretariat been sit down at the hearing, then kind issue, then they will be for able to make clarity say no, it's not supposed to be so. This man, if he named in at the list, clearly they don't see say na a registered member in named in at the list in face day, even if he card not they self if able vote, if he show identity where they clearly show say na if able vote. So these are issues for able clarify.
How then kind process here they strengthen the political parties? I see the focus as regulators more on that. How they get people and forget trust in the political parties, try for mediate and help for build them internal, mechanisms. How processes like that they help them?
Of course, the focus of the commission really therefore see how political parties they become much more functional and they actually work as institutions rather than just a group of persons coming together with similar interests. Then processes are very important because this is how you get the ordinary membership of those political parties for actually critique, for actually get a say within internal processes of the party. Gone are the days when members then go just come, even when they get issues, party leadership will say, no, I left this one, no, we don't give we don't give instructions, I left forget about this. Now people then get the right for actually express themselves. And what they see say the more people then they express themselves, the more they become much more committed to the entity, the more they know say I have a stake in the entity, and the moment they feel say they get stake in the entity, that is how you strengthen the political parties, and that is how you equally strengthen the structures within those parties. And that's the reason why we just not receive petitions from petitioners. We told them when people then send in petition, first off, we'll try to determine whether you go through the internal structure of the party. Because we compel them. You must trust the internal redress mechanism. It's a constitutional provision. You must trust that structure. Irrespective of the outcome, but you have to trust the structure. And by trusting the structure simply means the structure will get the opportunity for work, make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, embolden themselves, and actually improve on a day-to-day basis. And all of those, they get towards strengthening the political party.
I've been read the document last night, and one day I found very interesting. constituency 059, Ward 197, 198 and 199, Ward 197. So the petitioner Mami Bangura who testified to an interpreter. So I find it very interesting that I'm able to provide an interpreter for this person. We get grievance for at least said inter earlier that he voted, but persons were disenfranchised. He said that he did not know that if one did not have a party card, one would use a nationally acceptable form of national ID to vote. He further said that Honorable AKK promised and gave money in the sum of 5,000 leones. He said that he was present at the polling center from the commencement of voting to the end of the elections. Sheku Bangura said that he did not vote and did not pay for the party's ID card. He also said that elections commenced at 7 a.m. and ended at 4:30, and there was no commotion at the polling center. It was findings. It was found that the petitioner's ground for petition were groundless. So, them process here, the patience. When I never use an interpreter, when me read this, I was like, what's in this person the petition, being waiting at the issue, and when I find them groundless and key directive. But the democratic process of allowing people forget their concerns and people then listen to them, even those strenuous reasons I give offend an interpreter. How much the commission get the capacity for do this around, especially where elections then they come up so?
Of course, the commission get the capacity. We are charged and bound by the content of the provisions of the Constitution and that of the Acts, and that's the reason why you see we do all what we do, irrespective of how daunting those exercise or tasks are. Yes, of course. That be just one of the when you have people to
this is a lot of work, now make I ask you, because for take all that time they and listen.
It is, and another make we not be able for outrightly come in a week's time for the ruling. Unfortunately, if I will be travel out of the country, so by the time we come back, that's when they will really start. If we will be out of the country, we'd start part of the work, we'll come back and start the work. But it wasn't easy. But again, that's a process where you allow the ordinary membership, who are the true owners of the political parties, for actually feel free for express themselves and state their grievances. Irrespective whether the petition really hold water or not, the person, when it creates the opportunity for just expressing himself, the person feels satisfied. And that's the position of the commission. Every member of a political party matters. Their voices must be heard. Irrespective of how cynical or not logical their complaints might be, but at least you create a platform where they're able to express themselves.
And that's a level of trust even in the commission, where you will not try for create.
Absolutely. And I really want to commend them, the support we receive from the National Secretariat right through the exercise. Of course, my border city, we actually be there with we. Through the exercise, you get ABS from the Secretariat, we represent the National Secretary General. Of course, IEMC, we are very, very supportive right through, and equally so, members of the IECB. I'll tell you, all of those organs within the party, they did their best. I must say it. The National Secretariat did their best. It wasn't easy under the circumstance, But again, it shows that politics don't move away from how it used to be. Now people are much more enlightened. People are much more curious. People then feel their voices, that they force their voices for be heard. And that's the tenets of democracy.
So then the ruling will not give. We can't highlight some of them, but in case somebody not satisfied with them, what the next line of action? They can go to court?
The Act provides that in a circumstance where somebody not feel satisfied with the actions or inactions of the PPIC, the Act provides another limb where the person can actually bank on. And in those circumstances, they can go to court. The PPIC is not above the law. Yeah, but...
is it taking the PPIC or the political party?
It's up to the person who have for care the matter go. If the person want to challenge the ruling of the PPIC, then it will be the PPIC. If the person still want to challenge in party leadership, it's going to be the leadership of the party. But I'll tell you, there's never been an instance where the commission don't actually issue a ruling and you find members of the party taking that matter or taking the PPIC to court because of its ruling. Because that's the reason why we always do due diligence. We are very mindful, careful of the provisions of the Act. the provisions of the political parties constitution, and all other statutes. In every of the directives, in every of the ruling, we are super conscious of all of those. And it has never been the case that we issue a ruling and you get somebody we really want for challenge them, because you'll see clearly the steps we take, and even from the ruling, you'll see that due diligence was done in line with the provisions of the acts.
Sidi, one of the people we petition, the ICB, a member of parliament, Honorable AKK from Cambia, and is the party open to any member we feel aggrieved and think say them petition or concern not be addressed by the PPRC and they could go to court and seek redress?
Yes, the party open to we put out grievance redress mechanisms. We get several different ways the way people and grievances could be addressed. And if you exhaust all of that one day and then you go to PPRC, then of course after PPRC you decide for take other actions, fine. But then again, we get to be very clear, especially when it comes to elections business. Normally, we go expect say people will participate by the elections, whether as voters or as candidates, now then, go be allowed for petition. Like for example, if I go into elections and I feel say they not allow me for vote, or I become disenfranchised, then I get grant for petition. But then in this case, we see several people in petition. Sometimes people that will even not get nothing for doing the elections, then petition. But in any case, as a party, we're patient enough, not for close the door, not for deny anybody. We still go through the patience for let they address all of the grievances that we can, whether through the IECB or, through the PPRC. We also see cases who say people petition at the PPRC, we not begin nothing for do with the petition, we go IECB. Not to then I'll be the petitioners, now IECB, but then still go petitioner PPRC. So you see how much we allow the process for go through. The PPRC still listen to them processes, because whatever then can go at the PPRC be linked to what happen at the IECB. So then still able for sit down. We go through the cases them. We read the submissions, and PPRC look at the evidences them and then rule, in the way they rule. So for we as a party, then kind things then we glad that they happen.
The supplementary directive the PPRC give one that IEMC shall be responsible for the conduct of elections in the APC as per the provisions of Article 42 of the APC Constitution 2022. Una get for conduct elections. Una get elections them una been done plan. How this process get for go like, and I understand there was a time where PPRC been get for intervene and extend the mandate of the executive. How all that get for play within the party? Una legitimacy conducting elections and timeline as well.
So already, we've already far past this stage where they now So after the world elections, the IEMC they're responsible for elections, but don't already outline certain areas then we now automatic reruns because of maybe election not happening, the violence been too much or for different reasons. So that one then they did about 18 or so we that we don't see for rerun. Then now we get them petitions there. We go over about 72 petitions the PPRC began for deal with. So now by the PPRC ruling, I think they say we forget about 20 from the ruling. So that bring we to 38 reruns we'll for do this weekend, this Saturday. But we get for manage them processes. Then they already the PPRC be don't give a directive when we mandate elapse how the party they transition for continue up to the National Delegates Conference. So whosoever we as an executive stop in terms of the timelines and the elections the way they happen, that other structure would take over and continue on to the National Delegates Conference.
We have been pull a calendar where they indicate, say, by August, when I forget National Delegates Conference. Is that still feasible?
No, that would not be feasible because already we not even go constituency 8 and we already go closer to June. You know, the thing is, the side we get problem with, then are the constitutional provisions. The APC constitution get timelines as to, you know, how you transition from one election to the other. You know, the duration as to how you publish the voters list, for example, how long it would take for publish that list day. Most of them get 21-day period. So, for example, for let we go into constituency election, we don't publish the voters list for 21 days before that election day. You know, so all of them things they go affect the timelines. But in terms of preparedness, that one is not to the issue. Not just a matter of the constitutional provisions in terms of timelines, you know, between different conventions. Then.
When I get the capacity for conduct, then we run elections there this weekend?
Oh yes, we do. In fact, we will already start the preparation. Like I said, the IMC of itself, we already get elections the way they be done, you know, declare automatic reruns for. So we just been the wait for the PPRC for conclude, because what you will not be one for do a very expensive for conduct elections. You know, what you will not be one for do now for do multiple reruns at different times. It will cost you a lot. It will be a lot of logistical arrangements. So we want for wait for, because most of us IMC declare the reruns. Now the same places who side them petitions they are commercial. So we decide that we wait until the PPRC conclude their own part, so we'll just do one holistic.
When they run simultaneously, the constituency and the rerun elections?
No, we cannot, because the constituency elections will only be conducted when we don't conclude the ward.
Okay.
Because some of them one they will get for win, get for form part of the delegates the way they go vote into the constituency election. So you cannot do it simultaneously.
Yeah, well, there is legitimacy concerns presently within. I remember there was a petition we go to the PPRC and having get for rule and give direct instruction and timeline. In instances like there were how now get for supervised transition, or how not going to ensure say the executive presently abide by waiting and constitution say and get a transition, a smooth transition.
Of course, the ruling with regards the extension of time of the executive, we actually get a second limb. And the second limb provide that in a circumstance where the current national executive then term elapse following the 6-month extension, that the leadership of the party in parliament could actually take, could actually oversee the rest of the other elections up to the National Delegates Conference, and equally so the presidential, the elections for the nomination of the election of the presidential candidates.
Okay.
However, one of the things that we want to know is that not to the national executive they conduct the elections within the APC.
Yeah, but in our ruling, what to make I ask this? In our ruling, I say the IMC shall have a free hand in the conduct of elections in the APC. Any issue on polling center relevant, no member of the APC shall direct, instruct or control any member of the IMC or its election staff on any matter relating to elections. And I mentioned earlier one of the petition about a district chairman where all cards, where somebody petition say the person not distribute the cards and they not be able to vote. So now I ask this question in connection.
Yes, of course, not any hidden secret that some of them respective leadership than they at the district level, they all belong to take sides. And that this is the assumption that because of the sides they went and take, they not avail the party cards there. But the party will actually take a decision prior to the conduct of the elections of the 21st of February to a public notice where they issue out, and they encourage all who that gets business for do with the distribution of party card for ensure say then distributed. And there was a second limb to the effect that in the circumstance people are unable to access them party cards, the party actually provide that they can come up to the party and make the complaints known. And that's the reason why in the meeting of the 6th of February, because of all of them in there, one of the things that we will be actually resolved. Well, I mean, we talking about the PPIC and the party, now that it is possible that not everybody who don't complete the registration process will be opportune for get the party card. Not because somebody hold them, but because of the timeline, the party not be able for print. And that's the reason why there was a limb and there was a catch to that. That if you have completed your registration process and you never forget your party card, you can produce any national recognized ID. That is your national ID card, your passports or driver's license. Those three are nationally accepted form of identity. And so person will not get party card can actually produce any of them cards then they, now the very polling centers there. Yes, of course. These are all part of the administrative issues where the party leadership will actually get for look into going forward. That people that will get responsibility for ensure that cards are distributed to the ordinary members of the party. So ought for distribute them cards and they ought not for keep them.
So how are they ensure say then directives they are implemented for ensure say the process is credible? Because when I don't get directive, it might not just be we tell una go do this, then we left una get anyway una the monitor or supervise for say they are implemented to the letter.
Of course, PPIs and political parties are bedfellows. We have symbiotic relationship. And that's the reason why there is nothing where any political party will actually do, be it an activity or otherwise, where the commission will be involved in. Now, in the continuation of the remaining elections of the All People's Congress, definitely the PPIC, therefore, definitely be with the APC. There is none of those elections where they will conduct where PPIC not get for the day. They work hand in gloves.
Okay.
Even when they will get for duty release, as we speak, all the areas they will get for duty run, we expect by today or tomorrow the party will furnish we. So we said they prepare we staff there for ensure they're able to monitor their respective elections then they. Okay. So the PPIC not just issue ruling and left arm, but again we work with the political party for ensure that those directives contained in the ruling are actually implemented. Okay. And implementing those directives, they actually just strengthen the political party and ensure that the right thing is done.
City, there is, I don't read that directive there, independence, non-interference. Earlier, I don't mention one of the petition about how people in way all executive position when I still conduct election, but they already aligned. They have people that they're supporting and then go and disenfranchise naturally other people. How would they ensure say then directive there are fully implemented for protect the party from going through another petition process again?
Well, they in touch with the IEMC. Waiting we and the IEMC don't always do now for ensure say we look at the elections that we don't conduct and we clearly able to identify based on activities of different candidates and whether a flag bearer or people at different levels and see them one way involved whether not national executive district or even within the IEMC, we clearly don't align with certain candidates then. For see how we go even redistribute, staff them for make sure say we get fairness and transparency in all of them processes there so we'll they carry on. But one of the things that we'll most appreciate now the fact say the directive state clearly say if you not get no business, for to executive member, to anybody when a voter in that community, they, get business for doing at any of the centers. We have a responsibility for make sure say transparency day. So as much as the IEMC responsible for conduct elections, we get for make sure as national executive we provide that monitoring aspect of it. We go make sure say then get the logistics then in time. We will make sure say, we monitor in a way the IEMC staff or the presiding officers where IEMC go hire, go do the right thing at the respective centers then so that at the end of the day, we'll not go find ourselves in a situation where people go camp petition because somebody refused for hand over ballot paper to person. Because if you say that person they don't support any own candidate, or somebody go and give more ballot papers na certain polling center, and then he give lesser na other center because if he say that center they don't go vote for a own candidate. So we get for make sure say we get fair distribution of the voting materials. Them IMC do fair distribution of voting materials, and also Lama, we don't see say the turnout we get now the world elections. It be massive. So we also don't note that one day, and probably now know say if somebody more than 2,000-3,000 people registered at a particular ward, then no underestimate say they not go vote. You get for make sure say you get enough ballot papers na that ward day, so that 2,000-3,000 people all go able get ballot papers and vote, because now one of the major problem down the way people have been get that enough ballot papers not been there for make them vote. So these are all things we in the IEMC don't sit down they look at now we'll get for address.
If this whole process and election kick in to the time we una mandate the elapse, the party gets the big parties prepared itself for move to the next point where Olubini mentioned of getting new leadership from parliament for lead the party to whatever process.
Yes, we are. In fact, this is exact now. So similar thing be happening in 2023. You notice say 2023 the party executive structure not be involved in all of the elections because the court bar we say will not be involved. Now similar arrangements be happen where pretty much now parliamentary leadership been taken into the conventions. They only that they had a defined structure where the court put in. So we prepare for that. I go cease for be national publicity secretary. So even if I get any involvement, it not gonna be in my capacity as national publicity secretary.
Okay.
Because then I not go hold that title there anymore, and I not gonna be involved in anything we get for do with me administration as national publicity secretary. So yes, we prepare for that day, and we go adhere to that directive day for that parliamentary leadership for take we into the next steps based on how they go structure and for make we get smooth elections up to the point of electing the national candidate for president.
The PPRC gets any role for play during that transition process?
Yes, definitely. We definitely get for work hand in glove with the parliamentary leadership. We will take charge of the affairs of the party, and even prior to that day, we get for actually they provide guide and support as and when required, and because at the end of the day, the essence of all of this are for ensure that the constitution of the All People's Congress is respected, and by extension, for equally ensure that the processes leading to the elections of the national officers and that of the presidential candidates is actually very smooth and very transparent. So definitely we get for provide the required support, and we will actually work with that particular interim body in an instance or in a circumstance where the lifespan of the national officers then elapse before the conduct of those respective elections.
Okay, quickly I will ask you about registration of new political parties. I see recently on a poll, is it a gazetted document or announcement? Are there new political parties who are not registered already?
Well, as of now, no, we're not registered yet. We get few way actually they express interest. Of all the one they will express interest, we get 2. We don't go through the required processes as prescribed by the Political Parties Act, and we don't gazette the instrument, that is the Humble Africans Development Movement, and you get the Social Rescue Movement. Those are the 2 movements that we don't actually go through the respective processes, and we don't gazette the constitutions and rules and regulations for public objections, and we don't provide a window period of 30 days as provided by the Acts. And within the 30 days, we open up for receive objections to any of the contents of the rules or the constitution.
The last year I get the chairman, I talk about political parties presenting their financial reports, where he say a lot of them, they in breach of that. how far with that? Because it's important. If people we want form government for be accountable as well. How far una don't go with that process? Say?
Well, I will happily tell you, say, we don't receive the financial statements for FY 2024 and FY 2025 from all of the political parties exempting two. And we don't even further receive.
What are the two?
And we don't further receive for FY. No, we receive for 2023 and 2024.
Okay.
Because 2025, as provided by the Acts, the 31st of March of this year, line is supposed to submit for 2025, and we don't receive from two political parties for 2025. So far so good.
What are the two parties they want to receive from it? The two main political parties.
We go right there, and after we don't write them.
What are the party them?
No, I will go right there as a commission.
We don't name them.
And after we don't write them, we'll come out public. For
but the chairman be assure me now, say, you know, that month there, I don't forget the month to be Osana, but we say, as that month there, and if they not comply, definitely we're not going to take action.
Yes, we have. We don't take action. So, and that's the reason
why. No one name them?
That's the reason why I say, when we write, then we'll come back to the public. Definitely, we will definitely abreast you with the name of the parties.
Okay, well, looking forward to that. But finally, we gave our link up into money. We get the mining week for on this morning. But I want to ask the preparedness of the PPIC itself, you know, for work with political parties, them, you know, ahead of the 2028 national elections. And it has strengthened the internal redress mechanisms or making them, you know, abiding or adhering to within the law says and all of that. How una they do that with una engagement?
Of course, the acts are the watchword. And in everything what they do, we actually ensure, say, we actions then link to the provisions of the Act and the provisions of the Constitution, in tandem with the respective instruments of the political parties there. In terms of preparedness, yes, the PPIC is prepared under the leadership of the chairman, Emmanuel Quiver Amara. Of course, in leadership, bring a lot of dynamism, you know, into the activities of the PPIC. Of course, under in leadership, we are excessively prepared. Definitely, you know, when working with political parties is not easy, because the arena of politics is very, very emotive. But however, it is what it is, and we'll continue to do all such things for ensure that we promote political pluralism and ensure that the respective political parties becomes they have become more functional and institutionalized. So we are prepared, and we'll continue to do such. UNASEF on the media end, I want to tell Una plenty thank you, at least because bringing us to this platform is also another way of educating the citizenry regarding our level of preparedness, regarding the type of work we are doing. And UNICEF, they help for disseminate information to the citizens. We equally the increase on the knowledge of citizens regarding the conduct of politics, regarding their actions, regarding what is expected of them, and equally what is equally expected of our political leaders. So I really have to tell you plenty thank you as well, and the entire team of Truth Media for creating such a platform.
Thank you so much. I think when I get one of the most friendly, when I'm a man, Lucien of Liverpool is always there and ready for you know, coordinate the interviews there. But see, I will ask you the same question. How is prepared is the APC for the 2028 election? It's all lengthy where they happen around petitions, elections, and una still una been get a calendar and unable meet up to a meet. How prepared una be?
I mean, we very much prepared. They hope that them processes they go through go prevent we from even bigger challenges. Challenges will run through, you know, like the ones we did in 2023. But we on goal now that if we're able to get all of our structures then in place in time, and in a manner in which we general membership go accept, so that at the end of the day, if we don't get an executive in place in a certain district or constituency, the membership of the party, now that district and constituency go able to accept, say yes, this man they elect him in a fair process. and a process way acceptable democratically. And that way they will want to go up to the National Delegates Conference, which how they go elect we presidential candidate, that when we don't go through all them processes, then they...
Is there an assurance until I go do that before the end of this year?
Oh yes, there is an assurance, because these are the difficult stages, Lamrana. The ward election are the most difficult one, because Nayanda, with the general membership of the party, they vote. So once you don't cross the ward election, all the other conventions are now selected delegates. So it's not going to be as difficult as this one be. All the issues of membership, registration, locations, it going to be limited, because for constituency, we all know in our constituency headquarters, towns, now they will go do the election. So now just like we agree on a particular venue, now that turn the... Then challenges then what they see with the world elections, we'll not go see them kind of challenges than they with the other elections them. So we hope we'll go able to achieve that one day this year.
Okay. Finally, we published a letter from Dr. Samuel Kamara asking for a meeting with una party. Una open up to that? Una ready for meeting?
We have always, I go tell you, several groups, several different members of the party don't always try for bring the party and people together, not to just Dr. Samuel Kamara. The same thing happened with Samsumana, the same thing that happened with other people like Ibrahim Bundu and others. We want for CC, we all come on board, we all lay on the same page. So we open to, everybody coming on board. We open to the one we want for participate. And we continue to say this. We go through a democratic process, as you don't see. We're very transparent. All the one we interested, when are members of the party, we're eligible, we encourage them all for come on board. Waiting, we they look forward to now a united party going forward. So that is why, as a national executive, we take all the steps they are. So, we are open for meet, for discuss, but
interview IB Kagbona, I say he don't give up. He's been has been trying for coordinate, but it's not happening.
So a similar thing that they say, like I say, several groups they try, for get such meetings, and it never happen. So. That is why we as a party executive will not ever, I want to make them very clear, and I say will not ever lock with doors. The party offices are open to every member, including Dr. Samuel Kamara. Will not ever lock with doors. So sometimes when people, they come to we as if there is an issue, or as if the APC, they close door to certain individuals, or they make it impossible for certain individuals to get access. No, that has never been the case with this executive. And in fact, we are only focused on making sure that we get the party fully prepared in every aspect for the next elections will go happen in 2028. Okay. That is our focus as an executive.
Well, thank you so much, Sidi, for your time, and thanks to you, Olu, for your time as always for talk on the issues there. We will continue for the provide a platform so that people can go understand within PPIC they do within the political parties then they do, but we go want the name of the one that we know Grigi, then financial statement. It's important let the public know, because a political party then they form government. If they not be accountable and transparent, then it's a problem. But thank you so much, gentlemen. We'll take a quick break. Then we can join we go into money for join the Ministry of Mines, the Mining Week. The Vice President for give the keynote today. But we'll take this quick commercial break. Continue for CO3.
Yo, people, this famous, listen, May 24, Black Tie Affair, right now, Metro Point Hotel.
For impress nobody. Now me real life I they live and know they fit come. I they cut me coats to me size.
NABS Promotion presents Black Tie Affair May 24th, Metro Point DMV.
I'm gonna be performing live, so go get your ticket now. See you there.
Don't be proud.
Yes, sir.
On the 19th of May, we'll have the Sierra Leone Mining Week 2026 here in Freetown, Benchimani International Conference Center. I'm the chairman of the African Diamond Producers Association. The theme for the Sierra Leone Mining Week is Our Mineral Resources, Responsible Mining, Value Multiplication, and Shared Prosperity. So we're inviting all stakeholders from across the entire spectrum of the mineral value chain, from policymakers, investors, business entities, those who are providing services to the mining industries, also bankers, financiers, including the civil society, the media, the press, everybody to come and join us. It's not just a mining week. We'll also be having the 11th meeting of the African Diamond Producers Association. That will take place on the 19th and 20th of May at the same venue at Benchimani here. And that will be followed by Sierra Leone Mining Week. Here we have exhibitions. Come and see what Sierra Leone is actually doing in terms of the mining ecosystem. We want to make sure that every stakeholder is fully immersed with what we'll be doing in the showcasing. So we invite you. We are in spirit at the moment. We're just concluding April and we're going to start May in the same spirit in terms of mining. From dealing with exploration to the cadastral system, to value addition and beneficiation, to traceability issues, frameworks, formalization of artisanal small-scale mining, as well as standardization of geological data sets and information, and also local content and capabilities. So we invite everybody to come and join us here in Freetown for a very, very wonderful Sierra Leone Mining Week. Thank you.
By congratulating Arsenal fans, congratulations to all of una on being the English Premier League champions. We wish you the very best on May 30th. I think the finals of the Champions League. Personally, they wish you well and they wish that una win Champions League as well. At least if treble can't come, it's double, two trophies in championship. I want to recognize, the very consistent Arsenal fans. And not man will be the move Guyanda and Kayanda or man they consistently for over 20 years. Don't bear with Arsenal. Man like Usman Banks and Co, Dr. Francis Soa, my man Nume Numski. Amanda, we need to celebrate. Hopefully we'll celebrate over the weekend and enjoy yourself as part of winning the title. But good part is my team Manchester United will go Champions League, and hopefully next season we'll do better under Carrick and Bruno Fernandes as we captain. Get very brilliant young players them, and next season we'll compete for the titles, not only the Premier League, but even Champions League. But thanks everyone for joining us this morning. We can go now Benchimani Conference Center, so I'll therefore bring you live coverage of the Mining Week. The Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, therefore give the keynote this morning. But as always, for God and country, serve your conscience, try for do waiting right, avoid waiting wrong, be a law-abiding citizen, you know. Let we all play a part for push this country go before. Because, as you know, the true 90 always last. The true 90 last. No, don't be distracted, though. People will say what they want. They will talk what they want. But, yeah, we don't see. I mean, they tell them about light. So I've been on the talk about 11 years ago. We still have that challenge. Hopefully, we go get the Minister of Energy for talk about the energy sector na this program. For being getting yesterday, but unfortunately, we're not being getting at the program. Whilst we the try to connect something to money, we the end with the BBC interview where the First Lady do with the interview where the First Lady do with the BBC. We go end with that, and as soon as we get the feed from the Bintumani, we go connect to them. But continue for stay with we, Truth Media. Have a lovely Wednesday. Stay blessed, and yeah, enjoy your day. Arsenal fans, celebrate. We they look for the pictures them. You know, Dr. Francis, so congratulations to you too. I think the project's don't complete now, or you get one more project for complete. Thanks everyone, and thanks for being with us. Have a lovely day, and continue for stay with Truth Media.
Sierra Leone's First Lady, Fatima Bio, is unlike any First Lady the country has seen before. She speaks up on taboo subjects.
Menstruation is not a crime.
And is very vocal about women's rights.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table.
A near child bride herself, she championed to abolish child marriage in her own country, where more than 29% of women are married before the age of 18. And she has her critics. Some say she's too political in a role that's meant to be ceremonial.
In the eyes of her critic, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
The BBC has been given exclusive access to see the inside life of the president's wife, Fatima Bio. Umaru Fofana is the BBC's Sierra Leone correspondent who has followed the first family's ascent to power.
For many people outside Sierra Leone, the country is a byword for the civil war that was here in the 1990s and blood diamonds, which were basically the reason for that war. But I can assure you that it's a very beautiful country. And we are a lovely people. Religious tolerance here is amazing. I doubt it exists anywhere else in the world.
Friday, most of the population in Sierra Leone were like 70 to 75% Muslims. So we go to the mosque and pray.
Your husband is not a Muslim?
My husband is a Christian. So he will cover the 30%. But we don't do that here. Sierra Leone, we're very religious tolerant. You will know who is a Muslim, you will know who is a Christian. So we're very religious tolerant. I think that is one of our trademark that we really need to market outside, because I don't think there's any country in the world that is as religious tolerant as we are in Sierra Leone.
It's the end of prayers, but not the end of the working day. The First Lady has been vocal about education, where girls have been markedly disadvantaged to access compared to boys.
I'm at a brand new university in Freetown, and the class of 2025 are just about to graduate, and the keynote speaker is Fatima Bio, the First Lady.
Seeing a young woman like Janet graduate mean for women in Sierra Leone?
It's such an honor. Young girls are not privileged to go to school. They're only made for household wives and bearing children. But seeing a young girls growing up today with so much like this is a new era.
What I'm fighting for is accepting women on the table. When you make decisions, especially when it concerns women's affairs, you can't have a bunch of men sit in a room and make a decision and then come and tell us women, this is what I want to do, I want you people to do. It is wrong. There should be a woman there. I love to be in the provinces. With Freetown, you feel caged. Every public place you go, you meet so many people there. A lot of people want pictures, a lot of people will want your attention. But in the farm, that's my own space. And the best place because the telephone doesn't work there.
Up country in her farm, the First Lady feels comfortable enough to wear her favourite football team shirt.
These are the small ones there.
Is this kind of environment an environment that you're more comfortable in than the public?
Yes, I love it. When we come here, we're at peace. So the kids will sit here and they will be feeding, they will go to the animals, the chicken. Everybody is free here.
Little is known about the First Lady's upbringing, but now feels like a good time to ask.
I was born in Kono. My father was a miner. My mother has always been a proper housewife, but my father has been a miner, so he mined all around this country. I come from a polygamous family, and that also is another challenge, because when you come from a polygamous family, if your mother is not the madam of the house, you are not the child of the house. So my mother was not the madam of the house. You know, my stepmother was the madam of the house, so she was in charge.
Mrs. Bio says her father and his first wife, the madam of the house, wanted her to marry an older man that she knew before she was a teenager.
The person who has always been my uncle, and you know, whenever he comes to the house, I'm running to him, he buy me sweets. This is like my uncle. And then one day they said, oh, this is your husband. I'm like, what?
So how old was he?
I won't know, but I believe that at that time he would have been about late 30s.
And when were you told that you would have to marry a man?
It's a natural thing. They don't need your permission. They will just come and say to you, oh, this person have brought cola nut for you, and when you finish this year in school, you're going to get married. It's just like that. Not like, what do you think? Do you want this person? You know, no. They tell you, not ask you. And you can't fight.
How were you feeling when they told you?
At that point, I hated myself. I hated my mom because I wanted an adult to fight for me, but she just did not have it to fight because she was so scared of my dad.
It was this personal experience that led Sierra Leone's First Lady to championing the country's Prohibition of Child Marriage Act in 2024. She told the BBC that the bill has been a personal battle, and personal battles have been a staple to her life, including before politics, when she left Sierra Leone to seek refuge in the UK during the Civil War.
What was it like being an asylum seeker in the UK in the mid-90s?
It was better than being here and being married to an old pervert. Anything but that. So it's nothing that I can complain about, because if I didn't go, I would not be seated here today. So England was my amazing grace. I went to England, I got my voice, I got my independence, and then I was able to fight for myself, and now I can fight for as many young people as possible.
Fatima Bio entered the entertainment industry as an actress and met her husband Julius Bio, who was already a political leader.
Okay. No.
How do you see the future for your daughters of Sierra Leone?
I think it's bright, and they are going to be women that are determined, focused, and they know they're right. So whatever is working in this country can only work because the women say so. You go to the farms, the women, you go to the market, the women, the hospitals, schools, everywhere. The women are contributing to nation building silently. Well, you know, they don't make noise. It's the men that make the noise. This is a cow. No, you're not going to do so now?
In the eyes of her supporters, she's a messianic figure. In the eyes of her critics, she is a meddlesome person, a divisive character. However, her critics say that she has gone beyond the traditional role of a first lady. She campaigns very openly, she is very political.
One cloud that hangs over Sierra Leone's political family is an alleged association with one of Europe's most wanted fugitives. Jos Ladekers has been filmed at a church service attended by the President and First Lady. Do you know who Jos Ladekers is?
I have no idea who he is.
You don't know who he is?
No.
So Jos Ladekers is one of the most wanted criminals in Europe.
I wouldn't know because I'm not a criminal, so I will not know.
He is a drug kingpin and he is said to be married to the president's daughter.
Really? Well, maybe in another life.
They say that they have a child together.
These are all the lies I am not going to validate.
I suppose the question is, though, how did one of Europe's most wanted drug dealers get to be so close to Sierra Leone's first family, as was shown in the video?
Whoever is in that room is none of my business. My own video is not prescribed for certain people or that people. I don't bring people into church. I'm not a Christian, I'm a Muslim. So when I go to church service, which means I'm invited like every other person, I don't bring people into church. So I don't know who was in that church.
I also wanted to ask her about reports that she and her family are buying luxury properties abroad with questions over where the funds are coming from. Should we look at some specifics of challenges that people have said so that you have an opportunity to answer them? I feel as though one of them is specifically about properties that your family own in Gambia, that there have been several properties bought by the presidency.
The thing is, when you make allegations, you have to come with proofs. You don't make baseless allegations.
So is that untrue, that you've bought property
for your family? If you
for
don't
your
bring the
family?
conveyance and you just film people's houses, and you film houses that maybe I have before I even know who Mother Bio was, I'm not answering that question.
So is that something that you deny?
I don't have to deny it, I don't have to acknowledge it. When they come out with the proof that what they are saying is the reality, then we'll have a conversation.
It's quite something to see Fatima Bio in action. She's a skilled operator building grassroots supports among the majority of the country, women. I wanted to know if she wanted the highest elected position of all.
Presidency does not come just like that. It will have to be the will of God. I'm a very fervent believer that when God wants something, He does it. I'm not hungry to be president. If it is what God wants, no man can stop it either.
God's will is not a denial. It may even be a form of confirmation. Over the past 100 years, only 24 African women have led their nations in the continent. Just 2 of them rose to power through democratic elections. Could Lady Fatima Bio be the one to join and redefine that legacy?
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.